hello, everyone. Welcome to the road trip. I am DWTT, and this is the road trip. Yes, back, and I got my man with me, Mr. Tom. Mr. Tom, how are you doing?
Mixed feelings.
Oh,
Mixed feelings about most things.
I hear that. I hear that. And before we look at this, he almost was on time, but close. But anyways, well, welcome to the stage. This is the man Spencer from VA, the Bronco in VA. How you doing, Spencer?
What's going on, gents? Good Saturday morning.
Yes, yes, it's Saturday morning. That's definitely sure. We'll find out if it's a good one or not for all of us. Uh, Ryan was in a little early, checking in to see which Mr. Tom we were going to get today, the happy one or the I hate football one, and we'll find out in a bit. Is right. Russ has joined us. Welcome to the show, Russ. All right. Well, I guess we might as well just start with it because it just ended. Leeds started their season at home against Portsmouth. Is it Pompey? Is that kind of their nickname or something?
Yeah,
Is that
Pompey.
what it is?
Yeah.
Pompey. Sorry. Yes. And I'll let Mr. Tom, I guess, go with his. I could say my piece, I guess, about it, but
No, yeah, please do. Please do.
yes. Well, let's just say the Leeds probably should have been up 3-1 at the 3-1, maybe 2-1 at the worst in that first half. Lots of wasted chances, lots of what is it? Hit the crossbar, hit the post, all these types of things. Everything that they could do not to get a goal. Disappointing in that sense. Then they give up a goal, and you're like, oof. But able to, I think, get out the first half. I think with a goal, with a 1-1 draw. I think. But anyways, it should have been. It should not have been that close. Not even that close at all. Um, but yeah, they wasted their chances. They were able to, and as I told Mr. Tom, Aronson did come in and do a job for them. Yeah, he's a little upset with, I guess, the last hit from Aronson, but
He missed
no,
an open goal.
I didn't see it.
He,
I
he
missed it
missed an
somehow.
open goal. Last kick of the game, Jaden Bogle basically put it on the plate for him, and he had the whole goal to aim at, and he hit it wide. How dare he?
All right. Well, I just remember Nanto hitting it sky high from about 10 feet. So
How
uh,
dare he as well?
no, but no. Well, you're all over Aronson just because he did it last. When it's Nanto's, even though he did score, was pretty disappointing as far as the attack. So a lot of your attackers, I think Matteo also. I
You
mean that.
don't know what you don't know what I think of Nonto.
I'm just going. No wait.
You're just making assumptions to go with your narrative that I'm unfairly picking on Brendan
Yeah,
Aronson.
you don't like him.
I don't like most of the ones that actually tried to fuck off last year.
But that's my take. I think Leeds will be definitely disappointed they did not get the 3 points. They should have got the 3 points, and giving up the 3 goals. I think that's another problem also for Leeds. Goalkeeper hasn't changed, and the goalkeeper hasn't changed. Let's just say that. Off the 3 shots, I think at least one of them you should have got a hand on. At least one of them.
The first
But
one was the worst one.
yeah,
The
like I
second
told,
one was a great goal.
I sent you the thing about the he's probably a raptor. Those raptors don't have the long arms because he
Mm-hmm.
basically just shrunk when that shot. You're like, dude, you're a tall man. That shot goes in there, and you telling me you did not stretch to the heavens to try to get to that? Not even to the heavens, just out wide. He gets a finger on that, he probably tips it around the post. But that's kind of my take. I'll let Mr. Tom give you his take. It's probably it's probably a lot more substance and a lot more pain, a lot more. There should be some happiness in there, but there's probably some pain. All right, Mr. Tom.
Disappointed.
Hmm.
People could go, why? Brendan Aronson saved the game for you, scoring in 95th minute. It's like, well, yeah, but he should have won the game in the 97th minute. And before anyone goes, oh, you're unappreciative. Like, yeah, I am unappreciative because do you know what? I would have expected him to have not fucked off to Germany in the first place. He go fuck himself, Brendan Aronson. He's got to do a lot more than scoring one goal for Leeds United to get me back on side. Go fuck yourself, Brendan. How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you think that you only have to just turn up again and I'm going to get on my knees and knock you off? How fucking dare you, sir?
You've done it for less. You didn't hesitate to say no, so I assume that means, yeah, you've done worse.
Anyway, all the worst things I've done have all been for cash. But anyway, I'm right. I know I'm right because I'll ask you the same question. If a player decided he didn't fancy playing for Arsenal that year and then just figured he could come back into the team the next year, you wouldn't have it either.
That never happens
No one
to
would.
us. That never happens to Arsenal.
Well, of
I don't
course
know
it
what you're
doesn't
talking
have
about.
you. You're the mighty Arsenal. But if it did, you'd be furious.
Oh, you made me say it. You're making me say it already. We haven't even got the show
There are
going.
levels to this.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what? Your
Yeah,
levels
exactly.
go fuck themselves, Sir Gary. They go fuck themselves.
Oh, we'll let Spencer have a little say while we let you simmer down.
About
Spencer,
Leeds? I don't have a say. I didn't watch it.
You can laugh at Mr. Tom then. All right, just laugh at him.
I mean, I just woke up about an hour ago. I'm feeling pretty good, so I haven't. My angry bone hasn't hit up yet. We're still early.
Well, Russ said hi to you, so at least say hi to Russ.
Morning, Russ.
There you go. And yeah, see, Ryan knows that just doesn't happen. Yeah, Steven joins us. Welcome to the show, Steven. I hope you hope you haven't had to be working much, which means everything is there's no smoke in the air kind of thing. There you go. Could be worse, Mr. Tom. I saw, I had both games on. I had the Leeds game on and I had the Cardiff game on because I figured maybe when I see if Brownie shows up, I'll be able to at least say something about it. They basically did worse than you guys. They had all the possession, most of the shots, and they didn't score at all at home. Yeah.
All I will say is I can't remember a time I see a team hit the woodwork 3 times in the first 5 minutes of a game.
That was crazy.
But I have now. I don't know how we weren't 3-0 up in the first 5 minutes of the game. Like, literally 3-0. And I know how football works. Like, if one of them had gone in, obviously the time would have expanded because of celebration and all that. So it wouldn't have actually happened like that because football doesn't actually work that way. Time doesn't work like that. I get that. But I'm just hyperbolizing for the sake of being on YouTube. That's what we do, right? We exaggerate and talk shit and talk bollocks.
No, we talk substance here. You know what? You bring nonsense to the show.
I'll do exactly all those things. Every single one of them things you just implied, I'll do it. Fine. But sorry, where's Alonso today? Is he in bed?
I don't know.
Is he in bed because he only turn up at the end?
He only shows up at the end. He's got a late pass. He's got one of those. You know what? You ever go to like the amusement parks, and if you show up like before closing, you get to go ride all the rides as much as you can for free or something like that. He's got one of those passes, right?
See.
He don't show up when the doors open or like midday kind of thing. He shows up late night. The tickets are cheaper, right? You don't have to pay the full price because it's late night and it's going to close soon. So there you go. Yeah.
That, don't get me wrong, right? I think Sky Television England are going to discover that they created this thing where Leeds were basically on something called the red button, where basically you had to actually bypass the other game, that Oxford versus Norwich, I believe it was, to actually watch Leeds. And I think they're going to find out that a lot of people actually did that because obviously it was the best game. I wasn't thrilled with the result, but objectively, it was clearly the best game of the day.
Yep.
Promoted team turning up at a team works hard against Leeds United. Where have I heard that before? Oh, only every fucking team that plays against us, and teams should work hard against Leeds, and we should be better than them to overcome it. And we obviously wasn't. The fact of the matter. Because you may think I have certain delusions about Leeds, but I will not lie. Do I think we deserve to win the game? Yeah, of course we did. We had 20 shots on goal. Of course we deserve to win the game. Yeah. But we didn't win the game. and it's pretty obvious
and it
why.
looked like you guys did not play anywhere near a championship team. Like everybody says, the championship is a tougher league to play in than the Premier League, right? Where was that? Can you tell me? Like, where is the elites team that actually plays in a championship? Like, Portsmouth looked like they actually were like, well, this is how we play football here, and they were basically beating you up that whole first half, beating you up.
I loved it because I'm like I love how they played because it was all every time we tried to get any sort of momentum, they'd put a stop to it, which is what you should do.
Every half turn, you were going to the ground.
Yeah.
Every half turn, you were going to the ground. It only took about 10 of them before you got a yellow for one. But yeah,
it's actually funny you say that because you on the interweb, the Wayback Machine, the Google machine, the phone, whatever you want to call it, you were saying about our Leeds players going down a bit easy, and I was like, that's funny because I can think of multiple Arsenal versus Leeds games where Arsenal got Leeds goals disallowed by hitting the ground, and Arsenal won a penalty by hitting the ground. And it's like that's funny. It's funny that.
Hey, the leagues play differently.
It's okay when your team does it. I assume.
I'm just saying. You keep telling me that the championship is tougher than the Premier League. So if it is, then you should stay up.
I agree to an extent.
Especially that last one in the corner where he went down really, really weak. It was a weak. I mean, he did have a hold of his jersey, but he hasn't tugged it yet, and he was already going down.
The penalty decision was atrocious, right? And
because they were both hugging each other. It's just
at first view, I'm looking at going, but this is obviously a penalty. But then when you actually spun the camera around, you could see that the Portsmouth player is also got his arms around the defender. It's like, how does the ref not realise this?
Yeah. It's the hands around the neck. That's the only thing it's the only difference from everything else that happened in that game. It was hands around the neck, and you can't do that because that's bad. As opposed to everything else that Portsmouth did in that game. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Spencer, you didn't see the game, but you probably, if you've seen championship games, you would know they're handsy, and they will bring you down when they need to, and there will be some serious contact. Definitely tougher than Premier League for sure.
We're a stupid team. I can tell you why. Daniel James had that it's left back, the bald white guy. Basically, he managed to get him booked. He got him to give away a penalty. Then at some point in the second half, got him booked. And then he's like, why have you stopped giving the ball to Daniel James on that side of the pitch? He's going to get that man sent off. He's 10 times faster than him. And all he's ever going to do is bring him down because it's already happened twice. So why did you stop? Why did you then swap Nonto over to that side of the pitch? And it answered the question for me of why Wilfried Nonto wasn't being given the ball as much when Leeds were in the Premier League. It's because he can't actually run at anyone. Gary would sit there 2 years ago, go, why aren't you letting Nonto run at people? It's like, well, he can't even run at people in the Championship. Give me your money, Everton. Just get rid of him.
Yeah.
I want this chapter of my life to be over. The Willie Nonto chapter, the Willie chapter, whatever you want to call it. That's not PG. Partly why I said it, not PG. But still.
Yeah. And I guess for me, is Mateo the youngster from last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He looked still like he's a youngster. I don't know what he offered today.
Well, apparently Leeds fans thought he was going to get 40 goals this year. Don't know where they made that up from. But the assumption was we would have been promoted if we'd have played him up front instead of Bamford. But then guess what happened? Guess who ended up playing up front near the end of the game? Patrick Bamford. Same old shit, never changes. Change the names, everyone gets replaced by Patrick Bamford. It's just a fact of life. And the sooner Leeds fans accept it, the sooner you'll all be happy people.
Yeah, I was listening. I was listening to the Leeds channel for a little bit, and basically they're like, Farke can't put the ball in the net for these players. They're set up they're taking these shots. I mean, a couple of shots basically just rolled, were easy saves by the goalkeeper. No sting on the ball, nothing. I mean, just it's like they were passing it into the goal, or they weren't even getting close to being on target. So, yeah, got a question here from Arsenal Misfit. I'll let Spencer start this since he didn't see the game and doesn't seem to even want to add any nonsense to the chat.
Well, I'm not going to fake it, Gary. I have no clue what happened.
No, you can fake it. Look at the man above next to me. Have you ever seen him?
I'm letting him have his moment.
He could spend an hour talking about an Arsenal game he hadn't seen, because he's not seen any other game in his life but a Leeds one. But here we go.
I guess, right?
Yeah, here's got something from Arsenal Misfit. This is interesting. So what's the beep about the EPL shielding Man U from the PSR rules? Is this true? They got 40 mil from Premier League during COVID, and every other team got 1 mil. Saw this on a Newcastle channel. Interesting.
I don't have an answer to that, but the last phrase right here would be kind of a giveaway that it may not be completely true. Saw this on a Newcastle channel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how these PSR rules are going to work now. Did they switch over to the 85% yet?
I don't know if they've done that yet.
Because that was what they were supposed to be going. Because
well, first off, they probably should. You know what? Punish a team if they need to be punished, and then figure out if the rules need to be changed. We're like changing the rules for, and team that may benefit from it the most is the one that's breaking all the rules, supposedly, with all the charges that are going against them. How about that happen? How about they basically do the work to either close those punishments, which we all think is probably going to happen, or actually give them, punish a team when they fail, right? We saw them punish everybody else. Everybody else in the league either got punished or basically was threatened not to do it again, kind of thing, One team is sitting there. I don't think they've even talked to him about, guess what, you're doing the wrong things here or whatever. But something should happen. Like we all think it's a joke, right? Like I told you, this is a white Bronco driving down the highway with 20 cops behind it. It's a joke. It's not. Nothing good is going to come out of this. They're going to get away with it. We can tell.
So my argument is, we all know the unicorn in the room is the top 6 get away with what we want, and the rest have to abide by the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Just reality. We're the money makers. We're the money makers. We're the reason people watch the games.
Yeah, the rich.
I don't agree with it.
Everybody gets tax breaks, but the rich get the bigger cut.
They just know how to move the money around properly. I really do believe that is the reality. Is Arsenal, Man U, Man City, Chelsea, that other team. They skirt the rules because they are the reasons people pay the big money contracts to watch the games. It's an entertainment, guys. It's entertainment. I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but there's rules for Everton, there's rules for Leeds, and there's rules for Arsenal and Man U. Sponsors aren't going to want to watch Ipswich versus Portsmouth in the Premier League on a Saturday. They're going to want to see Man City versus Brighton, for example.
It's ironic because when Portsmouth were in the Premier League, they were arguably a bigger team than Manchester City. Because Man City actually only started existing in 2008, some would say.
Correct.
Not me, but I'll definitely imply it. But there was a time where Man City were nothing. I know you all know that. Like, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, because it's pretty obvious. Because there's about a million jokes about the fact that they didn't exist before 2008. And basically, I think a lot of football can go fuck itself in the fact that, like you say, this big 6 can do what they want, but without the other 14, you need someone to beat, because there's only so long the threat of we'll just go by ourselves and play football over here, where it'll actually be quite boring when you all play.
That's where you have a that's where unity needs to happen. Like the higher percentage of the league is not getting these benefits. The higher percentage of these leagues are getting punished by, guess what, many different things, on top of the fact that they don't even have a competitive balance, right? If they're getting screwed over by the way the referees are managing the games, right? right? Does City get every call that same calls as every other team? No, there's a difference there. So at some point they're going to get pissed off. Why am I getting relegated by 1 point in a game during that season where the referee made a call that, you know what, the next day City got the call? You know what I mean? That's where there's a lot of stuff going on. Like, I don't like that at all. My team is Arsenal, but I don't like it nonetheless. All right. So yeah, it sounds like Stefan said he read it on the internet as well. So, if it's on the internet, it must be true. The Rangers got a huge tax break, so there you go. Everybody gets all the big money people get their cut. All right. Yeah, and
So what I'm
Stefan.
talking about here
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
escalation of what the TV contracts are.
Mhm.
So it's like $5 or $6 billion is what I'm reading right now.
He's
And if we
only
go
wrote
back,
that because it's about Ipswich. I mean,
oh, I
they're
know.
nothing.
But no, but my point is, the minute you involve more money, the integrity of the game actually just kind of drops.
True.
Because at the end of the day, everything follows the money. Now, people can get upset about my Portsmouth Ipswich comment, but in 1999, people probably would want
If
to
you
watch.
ask him about the Scottish Premier League, then all that talk goes out the window because he's on the other side of the fence
money.
in that league. All right.
But my
So
point in 2024 is like, it's all about TV ratings at this point. And if the best players aren't on the TV, most people probably won't watch unless you're just a purist fan. So they like to have that money come in. That's my argument. So with the whole PSR rules, I just 100% believe they make rules for one club and another set of rules for a smaller club.
I hear what you're saying, but if you think about it, if I hear what you're saying, but then I'll turn around and tell you that the NFL isn't based on just having all the stars on the top teams in the league, because guess what? That cycle goes every 10 years or so. Another team becomes the dominant team in the league,
But
and
the NFL
sometimes
is
it's because
different.
of a player, coaching, and the way that the system is built, right? Which is the same for every sport. It just so happens that now we're talking about, okay, how much more money do you have than the others? That's the other part to that.
Here's why the NFL is different, though.
Yeah.
It's a salary cap for all.
Yeah, that's why I say the money.
You have $250 million to spend, and that's whether you're Ipswich or whether you're Man City. But here it's, well, how much money do you make?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not fair already.
Yep.
It's not set up to be fair.
It should be. I mean, I think the games would be better if they were a lot more competitive,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, if you're not gonna essentially allow the teams to play like they do in the championship, and at least give them some sort of, like I said, competitive balance, be it maybe they get more money to spend than so the expenditures are flipped a little bit, right? The teams at the top, get to spend this much. The teams at the bottom get to spend that much, a little bit more, because they need it. No team, I think, the third team going, pretty much like if Leeds had made it into the Premier League, they would need still, like you asked Mr. Tom, how many players from that team are they going to get a good competitive balance in the Premier League that they had last year? I'll probably tell you, not many. All right.
Can't even win the game in the championship against the team that were in League Two about 8 years ago.
But think about it. But think about it from this
Spencer.
perspective. No, you're fine. I just want to finish the last point before we move on. But it's like we punish Everton, we punish pick a club or do these point deductions. Those are really done to kind of show big government, the UK government, hey, our house is in order. See, we're managing our own people over here. So you pick on the little fish, while the big fish kind of get away with it, if that makes sense. But I mean, the NFL is completely different because we're all on that same level playing field. Like the Denver Broncos, if this was PSR rules, we'd be able to buy every single player in the NFL from every team. We have the Walmart owner. It's not even close, the amount of wealth he has. But it's set up in a way where $250 million is a salary cap. That's find a way to get under it this year. And in the Premier League, it's how much revenue you bring in, and that.
That's why I always
you need to be almost a calculus major to figure it out.
Yeah, that's why I always feel like in English, in international football, pretty much everything outside of well, international football in general. That's why I'd rather spend the money on a manager, because at least that gives me an upper hand before I even decide to spend a lot of money on a player. Like I always say, you need your manager to overachieve with its players. Those are the best managers, right? I'll take a player who gives me fives all day, but if I put him on a team with with the top managers, they're going to give me a 7, right? Because that's what it's going to look like. It's going to look like a 7, even though and then they turn around, go to another team, and it's back to 5 again. That's kind of what you need to do. That's why, for me, I think that's why you need to spend the money on a manager, because that's one person that can affect your team significantly, as opposed to I need to get 11 players to work here. So
you got to have the talent, but there's a lot of fact to what you say on having the manager.
Mhm.
There's a lot of facts to that, especially in a sport 11v11. In the NBA, you just need star athletes, and you can sit there with a clipboard and be like, "Hey, LeBron, go do this for me." Like, but I think there's a lot of accuracy to the manager, and then you bring in. That's why I always find it crazy that they don't let managers pick their players sometimes. Because like if I don't run that system, this player doesn't fit in my system. Like I think we saw that with Pepe, right? Like Pepe just didn't fit what Arteta wanted him to do. There's talent there, but he didn't do the track back and the fall back on defense like he wanted him to. So what did he do?
And Arteta wasn't going to at least figure out a system and a style of play that fits into for that player. You know what I mean?
I mean, to me, I'd have kept Pepe because that's a wild card off the bench.
Every time he plays, there's a chance for a goal to happen. As soon as you got the ball, if you put him in for 90, you don't know when it's going to happen. But if you put him in for 30, it's probably going to it's the same odds that it's going to happen. Going to say hi to BX Gunner has joined us. Welcome to the house, BX Gunner. Brownie has joined us. Brownie, I actually did watch the Cardiff game. I wanted to be able. There's a lot of stars in the Cardiff game. I think I saw Joe Willock's brother was in it. Bellingham's brother was in it. Who else was in it? There was somebody else. Oh, Aaron Ramsey, is in there. I mean, it's like the stars of stars are in there, or at least relations too. Yeah, Cardiff. We'll see.
Brownie 0-0 for anyone who wondered.
Yeah. And my let's see. I also was checking the score for.
Can you go through the scores for League Two? Actually, 3:00 kickoff.
Yeah, League Two. So yeah, so this is one reason. Please. I was looking at the score because I'm gonna go with the first score because my cousin's son plays for Fleetwood, and Fleetwood is up 1-0 on Grimsby right now. Wimbledon is losing at home 1-2 to Colchester. Barrow is up 1-0 on Crewe.
Your cousin is the starting centre back, right?
Yep. He played midfield last year, so it's kind of like, wow, okay. He played CDM, so I don't know. Gillingham is up 1-0 on Carlisle. Harrogate and Bromsley are tied. MK Dons is down 1-2 to Bradford. Salford and Port Vale 0-0.
Salford are owned by Gary Neville.
Oh, okay.
A lot of
Tranmere in Notts County are 0-0.
That's not what we call them on this show.
And Walsall is up 1-0 on is this Morecambe? Is that how you say it?
What do we call Tranmere on this show, Gary?
Transmere, yes.
Okay.
The Freudian slip by me.
It's like a Simpsons meme. What do we call it?
Yeah. I think the system exists in Scotland. I think that system exists in Scotland. So if you go to Parkhead, or you get a third. Yeah, I think the idea of the teams, the traveling teams getting some of the money, which should help. That more than likely it will more help the teams coming into the league for the first.
That's the real reason. That is the real reason they won't actually change the Scottish football system, because they won't combine the leagues to make a 20-team league, because that means you'd only then go to Celtic and Rangers one time each, whereas under the current system, you at least get to play them 3 times. You probably will get to play them a 4th time if you finish in the top half. So they don't actually want to give away that income. which is actually why it's partly the real reason why Scottish football is as shit as it is, because it enables the stranglehold to continue under the threat of, oh well, but you won't, if we make it more competitive, we won't give you income, because if any of you have any player that adds any hint of potential, 1 and 2 will take them. Some people say it's what Bayern Munich do in Germany as well.
Yeah.
That's definitely what they do. But then they did do an interesting experiment with, why don't we try and take Tottenham players, which is an experiment that failed, obviously.
Well, you know what? When you decide to go for that team's players, you're asking for problems. I mean, it's just like if the stink doesn't just wash off, it doesn't, and they've seen it now. I don't know. We'll
Imagine
see.
how dominant you have to be to then realise, no, actually, to stop this being a farmers' league, we need to buy players from Tottenham.
It was a social experiment.
It failed, man. It really failed. They need to go back to the drawing board in that one. Drawing board.
Start
So what
buying
is
your
it?
players from Dortmund again.
Yeah, didn't that team in Arsenal get money from government during? Oh, Fleetwood is up 2-0 now. Get money from the government during COVID as well. I don't know.
Arsenal took a $120 million loan from the Bank of England. I looked that up.
Oh, okay.
I do remember there was money borrowed, so I don't know if that's completely different than what Stefan or Steven's question was earlier. But I mean,
a lot of that was to keep the cash flow coming in
yes.
to pay the wages, because a lot of clubs did actually have to ask the players to actually not take their wages in that period. I mean, you cannot not pay them, but you could ask them to. Leeds did it as part. For example, we basically were one of the first clubs to have the players go, you know what, pay us our salary, because it was quite a hefty salary for the Championship at the time, like it is now. But basically was like, we'll defer it. So it was actually to ensure that all the staff continued to get paid. Because obviously, little one Mavis, who runs the canteen and was running Marcelo Bielsa's lunch round every day, basically she needed to get paid, because she actually needs that money to live. Well, I'm pretty sure Liam Cooper will be okay without his 40 grand a week for a couple of months. And I know people go, well, he's entitled to his money. He did not get paid it. When we got promoted, he would have got paid it either way. When we got promoted, they all got paid. So as that TV money rolled in, got paid. And it was the same for a lot of clubs.
Yeah.
Well, this is the argument about, borrowing money. Like the whole question about, well, didn't they borrow money in the PSR? Well, a $120 million loan would have been debt against the club that would have potentially impacted what you could have purchased, right? So that's the whole argument with it. But yeah, during COVID, that was the reason why they did it. Different time, but yeah, I think with Russ saying here, I think it was an interest-free loan too. I could be wrong on that, but I have to go searching. But either way, that $120 million had to be paid back, so that becomes a debt that goes out of the club, and it would have to show up on your books.
Interesting. Like it's interesting because I don't know how moving money from one country to the next works, but it isn't as if KFC or Cronky whatever doesn't have millions of dollars sitting in a bank account somewhere, or resources anyways to take out a loan themselves.
He's a commercial guy, so most of his money is wrapped up in the property.
Which means he has the equity to actually take out a loan for whatever amount he wants. You know
Correct.
what I mean? So, like, yes, rich people don't usually spend their own money. They usually just take out a loan and then pay it back, because that's how they do, right? So, yeah.
They can amortize their losses on their taxes and everything.
Exactly. They take the interest and knock it off there.
You don't get rich by being dumb. So.
Yeah. No, it doesn't make, with the way that things are set up, it makes no sense not to, right? Why would you use your own money when you can loan at a 2% rate, a better rate than everybody else in the country? And if you earn money off of it, cool. And if you don't, cool. You're fine anyways, right? So, yeah. Yep. So that's how that worked. So that was a good. good breakaway from football. Do we want to go back to football? Or anything else you have left to say, Mr.
Well,
Tom?
one more thing I want to.
Oh,
Sorry,
oh,
go ahead,
wait.
Tom. No, go, Tom.
No, sorry, no, go on.
No,
Spencer.
stay. Before we move on, go ahead.
No, I just think that the proper way to go forward on this would be to potentially put everybody on an even playing field. Everybody gets the same TV deal money. You can spend X amount of money, even if you're Brighton. That could be, hey, you're allowed to spend $400 million a year. And then if Brighton can't spend it, they can't spend it. But the big clubs could spend it. But the reality is there needs to be a cap where it's even across the playing field. But I don't think we're going to really truly see something like that where like nobody's if you're running a monopoly on the top league, you're not going to agree to terms and conditions that are going to potentially put that in threat, right? So, and I'm sure PSR, I think I read somewhere it's supposed to be 85%, and if you're in Europe, you get a little bit more. But needless to say, the playing field's not truly level, and I don't think the football pyramid was ever truly meant to be that way because not all clubs are created equal. Not all clubs have the same financial backing. I believe there was a club. Wasn't there a club? MK Dons was sold to a Kuwaiti whatever.
Consortium.
There we go. Thanks, Gary.
Mhm.
So Gary works on the English words, but
I actually am one of the worst on pronunciation, so I can't say like some easy things. I can't say. I used to. Yeah.
Don't get me to say California. I'll say I'm California. But yeah, so like what happens at MK Dons in the next 10 to 15 years with that money being pumped in? So
it's not helping them right now. They're down 1-2 to Bradford, so
they are the most hated club in England. Like no one likes them, their club.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'll say Man United are my most hated club, and a lot of people will say that. But the fact of the matter is, no one respects MK Dons because they are a franchise. They are an attempt at creating the American model of franchising and moving an English club, which basically no one respects. No one went for it. It exists, and like in spite of themselves, they've managed to like stay in the league and stuff like that. So obviously, I give them that. But they had 1 year in the championship in 20 years, and that was it.
So, Tom, with the MK Dons, I don't know if Gary's familiar, but this goes back to Wimbledon, right? This is Yep. You familiar with that story, Gary?
I think I've heard it, but I didn't.
The owner bought Wimbledon basically and changed. He moved the team. He built a stadium, which still exists, MK Stadium, whatever they call it. Moved the team there, and then basically the Wimbledon fans that were essentially left behind formed their own club, which is now is in the football league as I don't know what the official. It's Wimbledon, but they've called it
AFC Wimbledon.
AFC Wimbledon. Yeah, I was thinking the initials. But basically they stole their own. If I remember rightly, Wimbledon had to take them to court to win back their history. Like, I know that's not an uncommon thing in your sport because I know Baltimore, Indianapolis,
the Ravens, and
like winning back, you like having to go to court to win back like your past history and things like that. But generally, it's not a dumb thing here. No one can.
Well, that is the one thing about the history, the community, all of the everybody talks about their local team. No concept of that here in the States. Like yes, you might be a Leeds fan, but you have a local team, and you always had a local team no matter what, right? So that's the cool part about it, and that's some of that stuff I don't think should change, right? It doesn't need to change at all. That's something I wanted to say, but then I lost my thought with all the where we were going. So yeah, there's this one here. So the thing is about having all the clubs sharing. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, sharing the TV money equally. Then the bigger clubs will demand more money because they bring in a TV audience. That happened in La Liga and it backfired. Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing. It's either you like it without Ipswich, it don't matter about the top six. I'm sorry, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The relegated, the promoted teams that come up, you need that. It's called the Premier League. We're gonna keep saying this, right? It's called the Premier League. It's not called the top 6. So until the Premier League and those who are in it and have a little bit of a say in it, don't stand up and say no. It's about the Premier League, isn't it? Right? We all talk about everybody will talk about heritage. Well, it doesn't just stop at the club's front door. It goes further because the Premier League is part of it, and then English football in general is all part of this heritage that everybody talks about, right?
It's true.
Because like City fans will tell you that they didn't, 10, 20 years ago, they didn't know what Premier League was all about. All teams have a start. Some start from the bottom and work their way up. Some are always there, but everybody has a story. So I kind of feel
could
like,
be totally wrong, Gary.
Yeah.
I could be 100% wrong, but I believe if the 6 teams in England actually disappeared and made their Super League with like Barcelona or that, I actually think they'd discover initially it would be a massive success. Like it'd make loads of money because of the curiosity factor. But then once they realise that there's actually nothing to aspire to now because you are playing Barcelona every week, you're playing Chelsea, Barcelona every week. Then what are you trying to win? What are you aspiring to win if you're already playing the biggest teams?
But we've already even established that. Guess what? That doesn't help either, right? Because the biggest teams in the world are Real Madrid and City right now. That's not going to change. If all the big teams are playing each other, it's still going to be Real Madrid and City at this point, right? Bayern Munich once in a while will step in, right? So I kind of feel like you're not gaining anything there either.
Sorry, 1 second.
So somebody will.
I have a counterpoint though.
Sorry, Stefan didn't make a comment for 2 minutes. I'm worried. Sorry, he wrote "Be right back." Sorry.
So my counterpoint to Tom is like, so the fans will not enjoy the Super League, but if every player is making $200K a week and people are watching it, what are the players' motivations, right? So I understand what you're saying, but I'm just doing the counterpoint.
It's the same thing we have now. Why won't Eddie Nketiah and this player and that player not be too in a rush to leave and maybe further their career in a better situation where they're going to play some football? The money's too good.
Yeah. I'll give you a prime example. Aaron Ramsdale would be smart to sit here and do another year backing up at Arsenal. He's on about 120 a week, but he's 25 as a goalkeeper. His career's got a long way to go. Yep. Eddie, the shelf life is running out at 25. Like, you need to go play somewhere. But keepers can play up to almost 40 years old.
Well, no, but the thing is, when you have a CV with actual stats on it and actual, performances and results and all of that and tape and all of that, it looks different. Like, Nketiah doesn't have that. He's got like 1,000 minutes maybe in a season. That's not
a hat trick, Gary, in a Premier League.
We've established that means absolutely nothing.
Sorry, guys, can I just quickly come with comment? Ryan, you go to a watch along for the Football League highlights? I personally think you should. I know you have no interest in it, but I personally think your audience might enjoy it. Might enjoy the novelty. To get prepped up for Match of the Day next week.
Yeah. So
I'm not even saying I'll be on it. I'm just saying your audience might appreciate a good old-fashioned 3-3 draw in the Football League.
Yeah, I was just saying the Manchester derby is shocking. I just watched Rashford missed the goal by.
Sorry, guys. That ruined me cutting in. Sorry, just I want to get out in case Ryan disappeared or whatever.
No, that's fine.
Sorry,
that's cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, I Fleetwood was up 1-0. It was up 2-0 according to SofaScore, but they took the goal away. So I don't know how that happened, but yeah, still 1-0 there. Quick update on the scores. Wimbledon is up 3-2 on Colchester. Barrow 1-0 on Crewe. Cheltenham and Newport 2-2. Donchester and Arrington. Donchester's up 1-0. Fleetwood up 1-0 in Grimsby. Gillingham
Fleetwood
up
goal disallowed.
Disallowed, yeah. Gillingham up 1-0 on Carlisle. Harrogate Harrogate and Bromsley still 0-0. MK Dons still losing 1-2 to Bradford. Salford, Port Vale, Transmere, Notts County. They're both all in 0-0 draw, and Walsall is up 1-0 and Morecambe. There you go. I think I said it right.
Yeah, I've read that too, Spencer. Apparently they're doing a double deal. They're laying out 70 million, sorry. 50 for that player and 20 for someone else.
Yeah, so the attitude of
it's Man United, I don't care. Sorry, Gary, go on.
Yeah, no, we'll get into this as well. There's a lot to talk about, but we'll finish up. We'll go with Brownie's first point here. They're pushing local fans away from many watching their local clubs. More and more clubs are taking away concessions for kids, and OAPs is a disgrace. Yeah, no, that's the thing that that's why I said it. Once they opened the door to international investment and majority international investment, they lost a bit of their soul. Yeah, they lost a bit of their soul.
And Gary, we're going to see it in college football. I guarantee you, you'll see the Saudis get involved in one of these big
There's
conferences.
tons of money in that thing, but you know what?
Absolutely.
It's not the same game as it was.
College
10
football's
years
already
ago.
lost its soul.
No, so it's already fine. It's finding that if you're going to be battling, like it would have been so easy for the NCAA to just give the kids some money, stipend or whatever it was, and let them play, move on. No, they didn't want to do that. They want to share the wealth. And guess what? Now they're like, all right, well, anybody can get paid now. Well, guess what? You've changed the game now. It's not the same. Kids don't stay. All this kind of stuff. So
yeah, and think about what you just said right there. Like a little bit of compromise keeps it's like conceding on instead of just you held this ground, right?
Yep.
If you just conceded a little bit, the floodgates wouldn't have opened. But because you didn't concede, so you thought, hey, if we concede at all, the floodgates will open. The reality is, it probably wouldn't have. So people saw an opportunity. People go make money. So what he's talking about here, like taking away concessions from kids and stuff like this, clubs don't care about the kids. They don't care about the fans. They care about the traveling fan. It's gonna, pump money into a local hotel.
The TV dollars has changed everything because they make more money from the TV dollars than they do from the fans in the stands, right? So everybody talking about fans in the stands, and you know what, I see football. They don't actually care about you, and you're complaining about the international fans going in to watch the games. Guess what? Your own team doesn't care that much because they're happy to take the TV dollars, and that comes with that comes with a pound of flesh. You kind of give up something when you do that because now you're part of our system that nobody likes, but everybody's making money off of.
Hey Gary, I'm gonna step away for a second. I got a little memento I wanted to show you that a local baseball team gave out to the fans last night for winning a national championship. Talking about local clubs doing stuff for fans. If you give me a second, I'll bring it right back. I want to show you.
Cool. Yeah, no, it's a good point there, Brownie. Yeah, no, like I said, I listen to a lot of you guys talking about the football and your local football. Like, yes, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I go watch my local team play, right? I go and watch their local team play, and they enjoy that more than trying to go and watch an Arsenal match, right? They're Arsenal fans, but going to watch a local club is much more enjoyable, right? It's like going to watch over here. You go and watch like a Major League Baseball team, and you go and watch a minor league team. You have a lot more fun in the minor league team because one, they're all playing because they want to go to the majors. They want to go to the top league, but they're all playing. They're actually playing. They're not holding back. Guess what? They hold back in that first tier of football because guess what? They don't want to lose what they got. I believe that. I believe that players don't want to. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to look bad. Yeah. Oh,
Brownie's next comment is brilliant. He's
we'll
right.
get to that.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, you've got what you got there, sir?
They handed out championship rings from last year's AAA championship. So it's metal, so it's not real. It's got little fake diamonds on it, but it's got the logo of the team, the champions. And then they've got, of course, the organizational Orioles are tied to. And of course, on the side, the record 93-60 last year. First 2,000 fans got one. I mean, it's in this little box, saying, hey, champions. I mean, that's a local club taking care of fans. I mean, granted, this ring's not probably worth it's just metal, but it's something cool. I was at the game last year when they won it, so that's local clubs taking care of their fans.
Yep. Yep. You have
So,
something, like I said, you have a lot of people have more fun at the local clubs.
Yep.
Their kids can go, they can bring in anybody they want. They don't have to, finding tickets is going to be a hassle and all of this, right? So, yeah. So we'll get into this Fabrizio and what's going on with that Manchester team. My local club, Charlotte FC. That's right. They signed Tim Marine. So there you go. What is it? Here we go. So Brownie's comment: West Ham sold their soul to the devil when they moved to the Olympic Stadium. Now they have a stadium full of tourists because their stadium is too big for the original fan base. Yeah, I mean, you kind of want to grow organically, all right? You want to grow organically, so then when you do make that big move, um, it's because you have a long list of people who remember the days going to the club and watching the games, but they just can't get in because there's not enough seats. So
I
yeah.
saw a Somerville did an interview about West Ham, right? And he said he'd played at London Stadium a couple of times, and he looked around and he said, to quote him, he said, "I told my dad I could see myself playing here." To which the West Ham account that tweeted that wrote, "It's almost certainly not true, but it's a great lie." No one looks around the London Stadium and thinks, I think I could play VAR football here every week. No, you lying fucker. Somerville, you are a lying fucker. But it's still, as a lie, I'll give it 8.7 out of 10. Even West Ham fans know you're lying when you say that, because no one dreams of playing for West Ham.
Yeah, it's not on the list of the teams that
I mean, he could
hey.
have beefed that up and been like, "Yeah, the Olympics was here, and this is a special stadium in our country's history." Then you'd been like, "Maybe, all right, okay, a little bit," but nah. Like you said, playing there, that place is dead, man. He looks dead on TV.
Yeah. I thought it was cool with the bubbles and stuff, but yeah, I
It's
thought
like,
that part was
it's a
cool.
great atmosphere here. It's like, yeah, you played in Leeds team that lost there. Of course, it's a great atmosphere. They were winning, and there's 60,000 of them. But generally, the atmosphere is dog shit. And they'll be the first to tell you it's dog shit because they didn't really want to move from Upton Park. Sorry, the Boleyn Stadium, as they officially call it, but the locals called it Upton Park. Fuck them. Fuck them. My brother supports West Ham. Fuck him too.
Russ making jokes here. They are pushing away local fans because a local fan would go to the game and go home. An international fan would go to a ground, spend lots of money in the superstore, spend lots of inside this ground. I hear that, Bronny, but I mean, I know a lot of fans, that they get a jersey every year and they're not, and they would be considered local fans. You know what I mean? I mean, we see it all the time. We see a lot of fans when they do the YouTube channels. Behind them
John
is
Robbie buys all the drip.
behind them there's a cupboard of all their kits from all the years. So I hear it, but the money's coming. Everybody's spending money. Yes, they spend a lot more because it's a one-time thing, right? But that's why it shouldn't. You still want to grow that season ticket part of this, the team. So if there's whatever 50,000 seats available to the locals, for example, like at least 40%, 90% of that 40,000 of the seats are for people who will always go because you're gonna have people who want to pay, and then you can bring in your internationals and your away fans and all that. So yeah, I mean you want to go there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling.
They do
Hall of
not
Fame, right?
want, they do not care if the local fans support the club anymore. They don't care about the community. They'll say they do. They don't
Yeah,
really care about the community of the local club
yeah.
because the way the tickets are structured and the way they've changed that structure is basically what they don't want you. So for argument's sake, let's just say you live next door to the Emirates. They do not want you to buy a season ticket realistically when they could sell your ticket 20 different times to someone from Thailand, to someone from China, to someone coming over on day trip from Boston or whatever, because they'll make more money selling your ticket 19 times as opposed to selling it to you, to make you making sure you've got your seat. Because you're sorry, and I don't like. I'm sorry, I hate the fact that Rory Jennings is the one that actually said this, because he's right. And he's not right on a lot of things. He's a bit of a fool. But he is right in the fact that he will buy his ticket, he gets his season ticket, he has a pint before the game or whatever, and he sits there. He might buy a program. But the family from Asia that comes over and has bought 5 tickets, for argument's sake, including Rory's seat, they'll spend £200 in a club shop. He ain't spending £200 in a club shop. They're lucky if he buys the shirt one time. But they can get that shirt bought 20 times if they sell it to 20 different people that don't actually live in London and are flying over for the day. They do not want season ticket holders. It's the biggest con going to the club.
No. Well, there's that, and also sometimes how do you say it? I want to say environment, but watching games from home is a lot more entertaining than in the stadium. You know what I mean? So it's a lot more enjoyable sometimes to watch the games when you're home. Because that's what they've made it anyways. We know this for a lot of sports, right? Like, there's timeouts and all this stuff, commercial breaks. At least in the States, there's always commercial breaks. Even if the sport doesn't stop, there's commercial breaks. You know what I mean? So MLS might have, plays 45 minutes straight, but then there are commercials still coming up. Actually, Stefan says, when I went to see the Stones there, I did amuse on how I should have bought my football to say I played there. Okay. Funny. Because of the running track around the pitch, you need an Uber to get from the changing rooms to this the center circle at West Ham. Yeah. It's about a bottom dollar amount for the clubs. Doesn't matter who buys it, just wants to spend the money. Which for sure. Yep. As he says here, that's right, Tom. They're slowly getting rid of season ticket holders. Yeah. Which I think is bad. And I do believe that's bad. I would like to go to a game, but I don't think fans
at the
who
Premier
are
League level, season ticket holders are the bane of the club's existence.
Mm.
The further you go down the ladder, the more the club relies on season ticket holders, because they want to give the appearance that people are attending the games, and the best way to do that is to actually sell someone a season ticket, because they're going to turn up in the Football League. They'll turn up 23 times.
Yeah.
But in the Premier League,
when you have
matter.
when you have a market share, it doesn't matter anymore, because you don't have to fill the seats anymore. People are coming. The people want to come. Also, what I was going to say before was, being in the States, there's like Arsenal America, I think it's called. If you're a member of that, you can purchase tickets to games and at Emirates, because they have an allotment of tickets that they offer. So if I wanted to go to a game, I could buy a ticket, not even going to the same avenue as local fans can.
Memberships are not a new thing, though. Basically, I had to sign up to Leeds United Away Supporters Club in the year 2000. 2000, I signed up for 2000-2001 season to get a ticket for Real Madrid versus Leeds United in the Champions League. I had to sign up to the Away Supporters Club, and then that's the only way I could actually get the ticket for the game.
Yeah, no. So I'm just saying, but that's this when you're talking about season tickets getting, the numbers going down. That's another reason why, is because now there are, it is a worldwide sport, or at least the fan base is. So you know what?
They will never run out of ways to get money out of your pocket.
Yeah, but the solution on the season ticket holder is easy. Just keep pricing it up even higher and higher and higher, and then you squeeze the local fan out. That's the way they do it. I mean, you've been in that Arsenal chat group where they're like, I put in for a lottery, it didn't win it. Surprise, surprise. They don't want you to be a red member. They want you to be a gold member.
Very true. Very true.
And if you want to know the other reason they don't care, look at the 3 p.m. blackout on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's nonsense, right? It makes no sense.
I know people are going to say it protects the small local clubs, but you just imagine what would happen over here, Gary, if they were like, yeah, the NFL, we're going to block out the 1 o'clock games. The NFL, there's no way.
Well, you say that, but then, it's being done in other places. So there you go. There you go.
To be fair, right, this will sound really silly. In terms of watching my club, I've actually got more chance of watching my club in the Championship than I do in the Premier League, because we're on the TV less in the Premier League than we are in. We're on every week in the Championship. Last season, we were on TV for like 35 out of 46 games. For example, Gary, every week it was got to get up early. Leeds United start at 12:30, or occasionally our Leeds at 12:30 Saturday, 12:30 Sunday.
That was
occasionally Monday night.
Yeah.
Every week in Championship. In the Premier League, we're on at 3 o'clock on a Saturday, not on television, which is really inconvenient for me personally.
Yeah, that's like Klopp and like Liverpool's always got the 7:30 match on the Saturday. All right, so.
But they caused that. That's their own fault. They're victim of what their own business plan was. Maybe not now, they're going to America, but there was a time where they would do their pre-season tour in Thailand. So then, surprise, surprise, Thailand and China turned around and went, we're going to give the Premier League £2 billion for TV rights, but then we want Liverpool on our prime time of 8 p.m, which, so what if it happens to be 12:30 your time on a Saturday morning? We're paying for it. We're paying a lot of money for it. Klopp can sit there and go, I can't believe we've been picked for this game. It's like, because your club made it happen by how they arranged their pre-season tour. You made it so your club were the most supported club in Thailand. So you can't be surprised when Thailand are paying big money to have your team on TV at the time that best suits them.
True.
If you paid Leeds United £2 billion in TV revenue, I'll play the game at 4 a.m. my time for $2 billion. Of course I would, and I'd mock anyone who complained about it, because that's what you want, the most money. So you play at the time that suits the people that are paying for it. Simple as that.
I hear that.
Liverpool can go fuck themselves.
There you go. I'm just bringing it up, but you're saying that to pretty much everybody right now. Everybody gets an F for you, an FL from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, the 12:30. I understand. Yeah, that's also over here. Like if you have like a 1 p.m. game, that's depending on where you live and depending on how you choose to enjoy it. A lot of people do like the tailgates and stuff like that, and then the only way to do that is to make sure you can get a spot to park. And those things open up 3 or 4 hours before the game, and so people do that. They're up early in the mornings, getting ready, getting in line, so that when the doors open, they can park and actually, do all the cookouts and stuff in the parking lot and all that kind of stuff.
£20 is nothing.
Yeah.
I've seen Clemson games by the stadium go for $300 or $400.
Yeah.
That was 20 spot.
That was 20 years ago, so that doesn't sound like what it is now. So probably, most likely.
And I'm not saying £20 to park is a good deal either. I think that's criminal in itself. But $200 to park by a stadium? Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That O2 Arena, I remember in the year 2013, I attended Monday Night Raw at the O2 Arena, and it was hot as balls in the O2 Arena. You might not be surprised to discover, because obviously a lot of the males attended this edition of Monday Night Raw, so obviously you got the smells that came with that. But anyway, sorry, but I digress. Anyway, but basically, went to go get some refreshments. £5 for a cup of beer. £5 for a cup of beer. And the worst part is I could not wait to pay it, because they had the backpack on, and I wanted to see what backpack beer tastes like, but at the same time, it was really hot, and I was just after I drank it, I was disgusted with myself. But that's what they're relying on. That was 10. To be fair, Russ, that was 11 years ago. So I'm pretty sure it's not £5 now. I got to see The Undertaker, though, so that was well worth it. Not while I was getting the beer. That would be random and weird, but still. Anyway, so I'm just rambling now. Someone cut in with actual substance.
That's fine. I was just trying to. The U.S. is playing Brazil in the gold medal match, women's. So yeah, I got to put that on so I can see how that's going. But U.S. has been struggling so far. Just like Brazil's come to play. Come to play. Yep. Yep. The quarter of the ticket price. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah. £5 for a beer isn't too bad nowadays. Can you even get a beer for £5 now?
You'd do well to find one. Obviously, London price is a lot more expensive. So, like, then if you go to a up north, let's just say, or to one of those like awful towns like Ipswich or something like that. Well, where like husband and wife could also be addressed as cousin or sister. So, the Alabama of the South.
So you're saying the family tree would make a wreath?
Yeah, exactly what I am saying. Enjoy your Odyssey in the Premier League, though, of course, with your sister wives.
Oh man, Mr. Tom going after
everyone. I'm going after everyone because everyone deserves it.
You should go after Brendan Harrison instead and be more productive.
Yeah, the hero, anti-hero, not hero player.
I'll read exactly what I wrote to Gary about why Brendan Harrison's a loser. I basically said it's in his DNA to fail.
The man secured at least a point for you, and you're upset. You know, that's the part that I still don't get.
Wait till you see the mist. Wait till you see the mist. If it was an Arsenal player, I know for a fact, if it was an Arsenal player, you would not sit there and go, oh, at least he scored.
You don't like him. I would have been upset that he missed it. But your hatred for him is just, you know.
There is a lot of validity in Tom's argument, though. If Eddie scores, everybody still complains about Eddie. And I know what Gary's about to say next.
What?
Yeah, but Eddie does.
Eddie doesn't even start. Let's go with the starters, all right? Tell me a starter who does it, all right? Not somebody.
Post, Tom. He's moving the fence post.
Not moving it. You're comparing.
You're post fence moving. You're fencing.
I guess
I'll
so.
never not be salty, Stefan.
I never said the man has the DNA though, like Mr. Tom did. So he's just, for me, he's just not ready for Arsenal. That's all. And Aronson might not be ready for Leeds, but the man did score for you when you needed it. So you want him to be perfect when you know for a fact the entire team is not. So
I want him to not walk out of the club at the earliest opportunity, which he did. Now, don't get me wrong. Sensible statement would be, I can 100% understand why a player would leave a club to maximise his income. I totally get that. But at the same time, don't think you're then going to walk back into my team and I'm going to take you into my fucking bosom and be like, oh, thank you, Brendan, for gracing me with your presence this season, because deep down, you're only still back here because not everyone basically saw that you took a team for the Champions League and nearly got them relegated, which is true. Tell me when I'm telling lies. He joined Union Berlin, barely played for him, and he was shit. He was so shit. They didn't even make an offer to keep him. No one else has made an offer to take him either, because I would have drove him there myself on my back, whatever. But point is, fuck him. Yeah, thanks for the goals. Thanks for the goal, Brendan. Yeah, that's fine. You got another 39 to go.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still. Yeah, Tom is still sad about
Scores 40
Eddie.
goals, I'll forgive him. Scores 40 goals for Leeds this season.
I think he's going to score 25 for Leeds this season.
Yeah.
That's not good enough.
We'll see how you feel in March, April.
There you go.
I'll be sitting there going, he's got another 15 to go.
Yeah, but if you're first in the table, you're going to be like,
you know what? Because football fans are fickle, and I'm very fickle. And, there were some times where I was like, Willie Nono, yeah, he had a good game against Bristol. When he scored the winning goal against Bristol City, I'd done unspeakable things to that man. But then I'd rather have done unspeakable things to him at Wembley if we won and if he played well. But we didn't, and he didn't. So he needs to go fuck himself too.
I mean, self-awareness is a very powerful trait. Not all of us have it. 3 out of 5 do, but that is what it is.
I'm massively self-aware. I'm aware enough to admit that I'm a fickle football fan. For example, I liked Brendan Harrison for 22 seconds, and then he missed. And then I was like, there's the Brendan I know. The failure.
So you really did not like him for 22 seconds, so stop, because basically it's what you just said. That's what you just said. You didn't really actually like him when he scored that goal.
Well, I didn't hate him when he scored.
No, you didn't like him at all, and that's the thing, the key part of this. You hate him so much that it doesn't matter what he does.
Listen. Let me tell you the main reason for my dislike of Brendan Harrison is because I had an entire summer of Ray from Arsenal Fan Circle talking him up like he's the Medford Messi.
So
and we didn't get a Medford Messi.
You let Ray from the scouting, what scouting service agency is he part of?
The Philadelphia Union watched their games on TV once or twice, scouting department. But I had him talking him up to me all summer, and then he turned up, and I was like, who's this guy? This guy could barely kick a ball without being pushed off of it. It's disgusting. It was disgusting. I don't think I can bring myself to forgive Ray for that. Sometimes I still throw up in my mouth a bit when I see Ray because of that. Sometimes. Ray knows it. Ray knows my true feelings on that. Yeah. It's fine.
All right. There you go. It was all fun and games until you, yeah.
It's a fair point. Point. We've all been there.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, I know you had brought it up, Manchester United. It's like they're going to start spending their money. They just put down a big chunk of change for Matthias de Ligt.
Matthias de Ligt. So I guess you don't say the part. So there you go. 5 years deal plus a 1. So Ryan Munich is going to have to let him go if they want. So I don't know who you said there's another deal for about 20. So yeah. So they're moving. They realize they need defense. So they went out and got what they feel is a good player. So we'll see how that plays out for them. Like I saw the Fridge walking out to the pitch, and I'm like, dude, they still have him starting matches for them.
Stop it! Stop calling him the Fridge. Every time you call him the Fridge, I think that you're talking about William Refrigerator.
He's the British Fridge. So what do you call it? What do you call it over there? Isn't it called a Fridge?
You talking about Harry Maguire?
Yeah.
Just call him Slabhead.
I don't know.
Calling him the Fridge is disrespectful to William Refrigerator Perry.
Call him. Okay, all right.
One of the great Clemson defensive linemen of all time.
You got a point there.
I still think you're talking about William the Refrigerator Perry.
But Slabhead doesn't work well because he moves like a fridge. That's the problem. And Freddie Perry also moved like a fridge, but he had legs, as opposed to
Perry's a winner.
As opposed to the other Fridge who doesn't have legs, and basically it just it's like pushing a fridge across the flat ground. It don't move. That's him. The Dutch Harry Maguire. Basically, the guy flopped to Juventus and Bayern. All right, we'll see. We shall see. We shall see.
I wonder why they've bought a player from Holland. Is it part of their yearly quota where they've got to take one of the lads that used to play for Ajax in 2019? Like we're 5 years away from that team. Like surely they've either become good or they're not. Like they're not even a good Dutch team. This Ajax team 2019 got to semi-final of the Champions League and then lost to Tottenham. So why are their players still being purchased as if they're special? They're not. They lost to Tottenham. Lost to a Tottenham team to even win the Champions League. There's a lot of people in this situation that really need to have a think and then go fuck themselves.
Sorry, I was just.
And that's what we call self-awareness, folks.
Sorry, I was just watching the U.S. just gave up a goal, but it was clearly offsides. So we got lucky. Still 0-0. Brazil, U.S. They're in the 15th minute, I believe. So there we go. No, I don't like slabhead because it doesn't really. I don't know what to do with that. What is a slabhead?
It's got a head like a slab.
Yeah, but that means
Just call him Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he turns like a Thomas the Tank. There you go.
That actually makes sense because that rhymes with another derogatory term. Call him Tommy
Thomas
Tank.
the Tank went and had a thankful time.
Do you know how much I respect the Brazilian Olympic team? The Brazilian women's Olympic team. And it's not out of dislike for America, it's because Emma Hayes deserves nothing. But seems to win everything.
Oh, I don't. Okay, you're upset. I think
She's a clown. Emma Hayes is a clown.
She is a clown, but she is now our clown, Tom.
Yeah, so you can't talk about it.
No, she's a clown. You start calling her Bobo.
Yeah. No, I mean I thought she was definitely a little out of order against Arsenal, against our Arsenal manager this past season. So yeah. But as you say, she now coaches the U.S. So, and the U.S. needed somebody at that with that kind of mentality. Maybe not that far, but with that mentality, get a little bit more out of the players. Doesn't matter if you like it or not. Everyone calls him Slabhead. I call him the Fridge. So leave me alone then. You can call him Slabhead. I call him Fridge. And leave me alone.
But we all think you're talking about the 1995
No, we're not.
Chicago Bears, William the Refrigerator.
We were just talking about Manchester United. So to think that I'd be talking about a player who's not with us right now, who played for a team on another side of the world,
in other sport.
Yeah, so it's all about context. It's all
people
context.
in England know who he is.
It's all context, and you
we
might
know
be the
who
only
he
one.
Is, Gary.
You might be the only one who knows about it. So
no, loads of people in England know about the Fridge.
No, none of the people I'm talking to outside of you.
That 1985 Chicago Bears team's legendary. Steve, congratulations to Steve Mongo McMichael for making the Pro Football Hall of Fame, by the way, despite his battle with ALS, I believe is the ailment. No,
he's unfortunately passed on too recently, I believe.
Let me just double check. It's not that I don't believe you. I'll just be rather sad if it actually turns out to be true.
It wasn't. It was. I think he got in last year's class, if I'm not mistaken.
It says he was elected to the Pro Hall of Fame.
Okay, then I'm alive. Apologize, I'm wrong.
So you got the wrong player, huh?
But with respect to him, he won't be too far behind because, I mean, that's why he's Harry's currently functioning. Let's just say.
Yeah, struggling a little bit.
I'm pleased he managed to be alive to see himself go into that Hall of Fame. Because obviously he was a big part of that 1985 Chicago Bears Super Bowl winning team, which I believe didn't really concede any points in their playoffs, which was actually
Yeah,
Obviously, his
I
ex,
always,
his
I always,
ex-wife
I
was
always tell the story because they played a Monday Night Football game that year against the Dolphins, and I lived in Miami at the time, and so the fact that Miami was the only team to beat them that year was so disappointing. I tell my mom, at least I believe I was screaming it when I went to bed because I was so pissed. I couldn't believe that Miami Dolphins actually beat that Bears team, and then proceeded to lose to New England, I think, in the playoffs or something like that, something crazy like that. But they definitely, yeah.
Was that the convict game with the snowplow? No, that wasn't. It was different.
Oh,
Different
what are
one.
you talking about?
You don't remember the game where the Dolphins and the Patriots played, and they needed a field goal, and the convict came out there and cleared the path so they could
Oh,
kick it.
I don't think that
I
was
don't think it's
that
the
year.
same year. I don't think it's the
That
same year.
year, yeah, because I think, yeah, I don't think it was that year because it was the Patriots were, the underdogs for sure in that one. So, but
Can
yeah,
I tell you something surprising?
yeah.
Leeds United will be on at 12:30 kickoff next Saturday, so
Wait,
we can reconvene for another post-mortem.
so wait, say it again.
Leeds will be kicking off next Saturday at the same time as this Saturday.
Uh,
So
I wonder if I'll get a chance to watch that. We'll see. It was, you know what? A lot of the matches were on over here, what we call Paramount. So I don't know if they're going to be showing a lot more football.
no, there'll be games this time next week. There will be matches in the championship. It was just a special thing to launch their new Sky Sports Plus channel, where basically all the games were going on at the same time. There were two last night, to be fair.
Yeah.
Most of them.
But
Obviously, there's
Paramount never showed any games, and they had every league game, like not just championship. They had League One as well. So
Well, League One actually kicks off in an hour
yeah,
at 5:30.
yeah,
Obviously, League Two is going now, if I remember rightly.
yeah. None of those games are available, which is disappointing. So
They're not going to put Wrexham on TV.
no, Wrexham is on. Sorry, Wrexham is on. You're right. Wrexham is on. Yeah, that would make no sense not to have Wrexham on. So that would make a lot of sense.
I need promotion this year because I can't risk playing in the same division as Wrexham without it being the Premier League because it would just be embarrassing.
Oh, see, this is the other thing. Slap it as a racial context where I'm from. So there you go. So it's not always.
What is that context, Arsenal Misfit? Because I'm not seeing it personally.
Yeah.
Educate me, sir.
Yeah, we don't have to go through it on here. No one needs to learn it, but it sounds like it is. So just believe the man. You like Deborah McMichael. I assume it has nothing to do with NFL football.
She did go on to become Mrs. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay. Well, like I said, it probably had nothing to do with
NFL
football.
It had absolutely nothing to do with football. Oh, no, that's fair to say. Not one thing. In fact, I'm surprised she even kept his last name.
I hear that. So there was anything else going on? Eddie Nketiah still is not gone. And it sounds like now they're going to try to. They want to get their money, but they want the player gone. So they're going to give Marseille the ability to take a loan and then pay for him later. So we shall see if that works. I think that should work for Nketiah because if he knows he's going to go there, at least it's not like a player who's on loan with an option. He doesn't have to be concerned about whether he play a little bit more comfortable. Like Raya was able to play comfortable knowing that what I'm going to do what I do, and I will be here playing next year as well. So there you go. And Stefan says Bromley first goal in the football league. Yeah, a lot of first goals, and starting next week we'll have the first goals in the Premier League. Do all the games start at the same time? I don't even know.
No, Ipswich versus Liverpool is the
Oh, it's
earliest.
Friday. That's right. Is that
Oh, there is a game Friday. No, you're right. You're right. Manchester United play Fulham
Hmm.
in UK time, 8 p.m. kickoff.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, this U.S. Brazil game is pretty wide open.
Yeah. U.S. defense is not looking anywhere close to what it should be. So, not anywhere close to where it should be.
That Brazil manager needs to protect themselves because if Emma Hayes' team doesn't do well, she assaults the manager, the opposite manager. So allegedly.
I mean, she is one of ours now, Tom, but there is history there. So.
Yeah.
Stop me when I'm speaking lies.
Every time you open your mouth, I want to shut it.
It's not true. That's absolutely not true.
You're dreading the Liverpool match. Oh, so Ipswich and Liverpool, is it? Yeah.
Well, Celtic ain't playing Liverpool.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He's got so many teams. I don't know which one's the which. You know.
Do I need to start bringing back the thing where I pick a random team from
Well, you know
every
what?
other
You
country?
know what? Everybody should get like you get 3 teams, right? You get your English team, you get your Scottish team, and then it's kind of like after that, it's like free agency. You can do either international or
Oh, well, my
another
Scottish team would be Ross County, obviously.
Ross County. There you go.
Yeah. But there was I did watch a guy on Football Manager. Ironically, he has the same my name. Name's Tom FM. He did a thing on Football Manager where basically he played Ross County, and it took him 14 seasons to win the Scottish Premier League using only players named Ross, either first or last name. And obviously, he did have a bit of a basically he picked players named Rossi because obviously Ross was part of the spelling. But yeah, 14 years. It was fascinating, to be fair.
How long did that take though? How long's the season? Is it the same 30?
Well, I'll put it this: the actual video was 40 minutes, so he distilled the entire thing in 40 minutes. But I imagine in reality, it probably took a month.
Okay.
And all the clicks and views he got. Congratulations. I would never do anything like that. I'll play Football Manager, but I'm not. No.
I don't know if he streamed it or anything like that, but I only saw the video on YouTube where he distilled it down to one video. Like for example, he cut that particular video has 208,000 views, so arguably may have been worth time. I don't know. He did do one about 5 years ago where he was Leeds, and he ended the save by buying Haaland, which was obviously a bit of a full circle thing.
Yeah.
For Leeds.
Okay, so here's how it's supposed to work. One in England, one in Scotland. When I was a kid, everyone had a favorite Scottish team. So there you go. So that's kind of
but when he was a kid, he was alongside Jesus.
Dude, I didn't. Dude, why? What's the problem? He said when he was a kid. It is what it is. Anders joins us. Welcome to the show, Anders. Is this the road trip? We are an hour and a half in. I'm just gonna be sitting here watching this football, man.
Time flies when you're having fun, Gary.
So, but it's gonna be lunchtime soon. I'm gonna have to get some lunch. So,
I haven't eaten anything yet today either.
I'm having a lot of fun.
You're having a lot of fun. Good.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Yes, and it's 70 minutes are gone now in the
Hello, Anders.
Community Shield, right? And still no score. What's the point of having a Harlan if you can't get a score in a game against anybody in the world?
With the ball at his feet in the box, he is an elite player. But without the ball, when his team's not in possession, he might as well be in League Two.
Yeah, I was about to worry you're going with that because the guy makes amazing runs, but outside of when it comes to off the ball and his team's not in possession.
Yeah. I don't think KDB is playing.
Not that great.
So.
You're handicapped with him if you can't get him the ball. You might as well not And I'll say that as someone that would absolutely have him in my team because I'm not stupid. But, well, arguably I am. But, I mean, I can name about 8 reasons why I am stupid. And they obviously involve people from the Full Nelson podcast. But I'm not going to get into that right now. Anyway, people know what I'm talking about. People with common sense know what I'm talking about. Fuck them. Anyway, sorry, just I have my reasons. Fuck 'em.
I guess I could have stepped in and said something, but it's over now, right? So we moved on.
Hold up, let him cook. Sorry.
Russ kind of gets you, I think. I think that's what that means. He knows what you're talking about, I guess. So, 30 minutes in the Brazil match, U.S. It's still 0-0 here. Cooling break. They have a cooling break. Oh, so Stefan's going back in time. So, yeah, there's probably a lot of people who aren't allowed to work in where they work in the careers they have
I'm not
now.
digging out Russ, Stan, and Spencer.
We didn't need the details, really.
No, but it's fine. I'm happy to provide them because I've nothing to hide anymore. Whatever.
We didn't need the details. It's all right. Let's enjoy. You said you're enjoying it. Let's enjoy it and talk about the enjoyment and stuff that we
didn't
got
put Gary in there.
Yeah,
Gary was.
Gary killed my podcast. Gary basically turned around to me and went, "You know what, Tom? I think you need to end your show. You need to end your show right now. And if you don't, I'm never going to let you on the show on Saturday show." I was like, "Well, I've got to kill it right now."
There you go.
It's already dead.
I have nothing to do with any of that stuff. Mr. Tom's his own man. He knows it.
I made that conversation up, of course.
Brownie is a Sevco fan. I don't know what that means. Is that good or bad? I don't know. I should have looked it up before I put it out there, but it's too late. I said it. So here we go. Let's see. We're about 74 in the 74th minute here. Still 0-0, and the team in red not doing so well. The team in blue, of course, not doing so well. So what does this say? Brownie says
that's
follow.
Brendan Aronson. That's a photo of Brendan Aronson's miss.
Well, you know what? You could have said that. You know what? Guess how close your boy was, Nanto, when he missed his. I think he was inside that spot.
And I'll be the first to tell you he's a prick too.
Yeah.
How did the goal he actually scored was harder than the one he missed?
Yeah, he had it hit between somebody's legs, I believe, right? And straight, So, but here's the thing: when you shoot and you always shoot straight, like you take the shot and you don't pick a corner or anything. That's the difference between the first and the second shot, most likely, right? Yeah. Oh, you want to get some scores? You got some scores here. Still late in the games, though. Wimbledon is up 4-2 on Colchester. Barrow up 1-0 on Crewe. Is it Slough or drawing with Chelmsford? Yeah, Rashford missed the easiest chance of the game and it hit the post. Oh boy, I didn't see that one. I just saw the one where he hit it wide. Oh, now they're showing it. Oh yeah, he just curls that a little bit. Hits the inside of the post and goes in. Nope, he hits the. I think it's really hard to shoot when you shoot with your ankle. I assume that is not how strikers are prepare for a shot. You're gonna get your flute. All right. But the other scores: Donchester up 3-2 on Arrington, Cheltenham, and I guess Newport is what you're saying, 2-2. Fleetwood still up 1-0 in Grimsby. Gillingham up 2-1 in Carlisle, as you said. Harrogate and Bromsley, the score there. We already got that. MK Dons still losing to Bradford. Salford and is losing at home to Port Vale by 2.
Tranmere. One game we all care about.
Transmere and Knox County still 0-0 in Walsall and Morecambe. Walsall is winning at home 1-0. So there you go.
This show has turned me into a low-key, I want to know what Transmere are doing at every minute of the day. This is your fault, Gary.
Sorry, there's a slip of the tongue, man. It's a slip.
When I'm not thinking about Leeds United, I'm thinking about Transmere Rovers.
Oh, it's just. Yeah.
Did
Sorry.
you really just say, oh, Jesus?
No, I said I don't usually say that. I said OG. Still 0-0 in the Brazil-USA match. About 35 minutes. Goalkeeper was down. I don't know if she's going to make it through the entire game. And Brownie's going to.
National League, Gateshead are winning 5-0 against Ebbsfleet United, who used to be a fan-owned team. I don't know if they are now, but it used to be. Rangers are beating Motherwell 2-1.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Sevilla, the player that City brought in this season, he's playing in the Community Shield. There you go. Yeah. Stefan is not into that religious stuff. That's what he's saying. Anything else going on in the news today?
.78 minutes approaching, and Nunes is booked, as you said, and that's about it for excitement at the Community Shield. I'm upset that I've called it the Community Shield because it should still be the Charity Shield.
No,
because apparently
it should be. No, I was gonna say it should be if they abide by the name.
That's probably why they changed it, because they stopped giving the money to charity.
Ridiculous.
Presumably.
That's ridiculous.
They made it all a big sponsorship event, like with our commercial partners, McDonald's or whatever.
So then McDonald's said, well, I guess they had to pay for it, huh?
Yeah, basically, I'm guessing that's what the main change of it is.
Kind of silly, right? Charity Shield, and then nope, we're gonna make it.
The idea of the match itself is a good one, like in context of like a showpiece contest between the winners of the National Cup and the league. But the problem is that now it's basically a match between any combination of the same sort of 6 teams, because the trophies all get won by the same teams. Like there'd been a year where maybe the Community Shield was Everton versus there was one year was Blackburn versus Everton, for example, in '95. Blackburn won the title, Everton won the FA Cup. 2 teams that are generally not always in it. Whereas now it's basically which combination of Man City, Man United, Liverpool, or Arsenal are going to play this, what is now essentially a friendly no one wants to be in.
Yeah. And going to penalties makes no sense. Just like Brownie says here, it's a draw. It's a draw. You get the trophy and you move on. Right?
Can you imagine if Southampton played Carlisle in the Charity Shield and they drew? Like, how would you arrange the travel? Because each end of the country would have to arrange 6 months with a trophy. Again, no one wants, because it's got no prestige to it anymore. There was a time where it did, because it was a symbol of the fact of your past/recent success. He talks a lot about his mates today, his Portsmouth mates, his mate John Knox, and I'm sitting here thinking, why are you making up people? You ain't got no mates. You sit on YouTube for 22 hours a day. You ain't got friends. What are you talking about?
Hey, well, you know what? He's got 2 hours to go hang out with his friends.
Yeah, he's obviously phoning up John Knox at 1 a.m. going, hey, John, what are you up to? I could sleep, but you want to hang out?
So 39th minute over here, and
you've all got it coming. I've kept quiet all summer.
You have. Now you're just letting it all out. Oh, is Manchester United going to score? We got 3 on 4. Shot is taken. Ooh. Garnacho just scored. Oof. He just took it all by himself and scored. Yes, Stefan, it is 1-0 to the team in red.
Did John Knox tell? Didn't John Knox tell you that United scored? And I know he's wrote United because you're like, oh God, what United you talk about? Leeds United are not in the game. It's fine. It's fine. I've given it enough. I can take it. It's fine.
Oh. Sorry, Manchester United, as opposed to United. You're right. Garnacho made Guardiol, turned Guardiol, and then it was all she wrote. And then, oh no, he didn't. No, Guardiol came up late. That was it. Third trophy for Ten Hag. Yeah, that might be the third trophy for him. Wow. As long as everything else that they're doing stays the same, we should. I'll be fine with that. Win all these trophies they want, as long as they don't seem to want to compete and finish, tops in the league. I don't know who Archie Knox is. Sounds like somebody I don't want to look up. Yeah. Let's see anything else going on in the news today. US is going to need some individual brilliance to win this thing.
Do not look up Fred West.
I'm not looking up any of these names you guys bring up.
Certainly don't look up Rose West.
No, I'm not looking up any of that.
You really shouldn't. Speaking of people you shouldn't look up, I'd never look up Joseph Fritzl.
Mr. You guys. Nope. Look up Jimmy Savile. I've heard that name, and I know that
You should not look him up at all.
Yeah, I got that name blocked. Got a corner kick for Brazil. Cleared, and on the run. Here we go. There we go.
Fleetwood holding on to their 1-goal lead.
Did you hear that Arsenal? What is this, Brownie? Is this a joke? I assume this is another name I should not look up.
No, you should read the message out. You really should.
I have a feeling no.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You guys are nasty, dirty.
You need Jesus.
Need Jesus, yes. You need Jesus.
You need something.
Oh God! Didn't see that coming.
There's a lot of things.
Neither did she either. So Tom, how's your EA FC 2024 adventures going along?
I played it for one evening. I didn't like the tasks that they wanted me to perform, so I've not played it since.
Wait,
they basically wanted me to sign high-profile players in the championship, so I don't want to sign high-profile players in the championship.
So what happens if you don't?
Absolutely nothing.
So then why did you stop?
You get threatened for the sack, but they're not going to, because I'm not going to finish the season. I'm possibly actually just going to look at getting EA 25 when it comes out. And I know I said I wouldn't do, but then I basically won't buy it again for another 5 years. Because I'm still playing the NBA. Because I've got some mysterious free time, which has enabled me to actually get in some more gaming. And
well, that's why I brought it up.
Thanks, Spencer.
Because now I don't have
Yes, we know. Let's move on.
I don't have 700 slides to make up for Thursday night. Seriously, so it's been really nice getting to sleep at a respectable time. As much as I'm going to give out about certain things, it is nice to actually have some semblance of my life back.
All right. In other news, if U.S. wins, Quincy Wilson, a 16-year-old from your hometown, wins a golden medal. There you go. That's kind of cool.
That's not what I think of when I hear the name Quincy.
I think of John Quincy Adams, 6th president of the United States.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think of is his name Jack Klugman? I think I got the name wrong. Where he basically walks in and he goes, "Sorry, I'm late, everyone. I was womanizing."
Yeah, I saw Deadpool and Wolverine, so
I loved that. That was a great film. No, not really great film, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the bit where he's dancing to NSYNC, and then I loved the bit when, like, at the end when it was like all emotional and like Madonna was like doing her thing.
True. No, it was nice. It was good. I want to watch it again because I missed a lot because I don't always catch everything first go around.
Do you know Paul Mullin was in that film? The Wrexham striker. He played Welsh Paul. You know when like there were loads of Deadpools.
Yes.
And there was one with a Welsh flag. That was Paul Mullin.
Oh, okay. I did see that. Oh, you're talking about Quincy Wilson. Oh, you know what? When you said gold medal, I was thinking because I was watching the women's team. Yeah, Quincy Wilson. He wasn't. You know what? A 16-year-old in the Olympics, in the when you don't have the best 400 runner, at least it seemed like it the way they ran, but they did all right. But yeah, he looked 16. So U.S. is tempting fate here, trying to give up a goal to Brazil. So far, so good. They have not. But if he gets a goal, that'd be cool. But you know what? From my hometown, Sydney McLaughlin is she went to school down the street from the Y that my kids attended. So that's
really important.
that there are levels to this thing, Holly. Our level is somebody who breaks their own world record 6 times. That's kind of how that works.
Don't you think the United States Olympic team have won enough gold medals so that you can afford to give one to Brazil in football?
No,
that's not how it works, Mr. Tommy. You see,
I love how we said it at the same time.
No.
That should work. That should work. Doesn't matter.
There's levels to this, Tom, as we say. There's levels to this.
Nah, I've never said there's levels to it. That's a Gary saying.
You know what's crazy? So City just brought on Bernardo Silva, and guess what the score is now?
Well, I'm guessing it's 1-1 because obviously you wouldn't have brought that up to then go. They've brought on Bernardo Silva. Do you know what the score is? Oh, Man United are still winning. Who talks like that? Who reports on sport like that?
I'm trying. Yeah, thank you for talking. I like it. Oh, Grant Holloway's from. That's right. He's from Virginia as well, isn't he? So.
Did Silva score a minute after he came on?
Pretty much. That's all that man does. He does whatever they need.
Narrative.
Yeah. But Grant Holloway made his name for guess who? Florida Gators. Yeah. So it's always about the Gators, no matter what you say. KDB's coming on. I think City's trying to win this thing late.
Is the Miami Hurricanes still a team?
You know what? Now you want to fight. Stop. No. You know what? Don't. I will never say United in reference to that team in red ever again. If you never bring up that team again.
When Stefan wrote it
I just said right now. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Don't go back in. No history. Talking about right now.
I'm gonna get my time machine to 17 minutes.
I'm not going back. I'm not going back. We are not going back. We're staying right here, right now. U.S. is getting tore up here, man. They're lucky this Brazil team is still, I think, not where they would need to be. If they had Marta in prime, it'd be over.
Yeah. I'd like to congratulate Josh Madger, for star of Sunderland on Netflix, Sunderland Till I Die, for scoring a hat-trick today for West Bromwich Albion.
Oh.
You may notice him as the young lad that basically tried to worm his way out of Sunderland for the entire first part of the documentary, which he then managed to do successfully. But he
Only
ended up
ended up
back
at
in
West Brom.
Championship
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah,
Only ended up at
well
West
done to
Brom.
him. Yeah.
Hmm.
Did you know Ron Simmons was an All-American at Florida State?
You know what? You're starting to fight. You can get kicked off the show. You're just talking
I'm
about.
just reading the facts.
No, you are trying to. You guys are all. No.
Holly
Right,
asked would you
Russ-
actually like Florida State or Florida. That's what
Russ,
she
you're
asked.
Russ, you're blocked. What is up with these people today? What is?
He
Did I
missed what
talk?
you just said.
I don't know. They're just cursing at me the entire time, saying all these nasty and dirty words on my channel.
Florida State is a dirty word on your channel.
You know what? You just cursed at me again. You just cursed at me again. You're muted.
Well, technically,
No,
in
don't
most
you get
states-
muted. Don't you get yourself muted.
We don't know what I'm gonna say yet.
No, I think you're tempting fate here, young man.
You know who I hate more out of the three, and it's that one you hate the most too.
The convicts.
Well, the other one, I hate that other. I had a license plate that said "beat that school."
Yes, I get that.
You rank third on the disliked of Florida schools. All right, don't trust me. Those other two go above.
Yes.
But typically, what I was going to say, the school that has state or tech use it is usually considered the special one of the state. Usually.
All right, so it's halftime. Brazil and the U.S. 0-0. Brazil probably should have scored at least one. They had many chances. U.S. is lucky to be still in a draw here. Tracy Ullman's from your hometown. I remember Tracy Ullman. She had her show over here, Tracy Ullman show. Did you guys watch it? At least it was over here. I don't know if it was over there.
I have no clue who that is.
She's a comedian from back in the day, man. See, you youngsters don't know that.
Well, you guys
I muted him because I didn't want to hear what he had to say. Let's see if he's learned his lesson.
Yeah, I know Tracy Ullman. It is what spawned The Simpsons. The Tracy Ullman show. They started putting The Simpsons on the Tracy Ullman show as short sketches.
And is that right? That's crazy.
They picked it up. They picked it up as a serious show.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah, it's true.
Wow. 3 minutes of extra time over here in the Community Shield. It's 1-1 right now. Yeah.
I didn't know Tracy Ullman was from Slough. I don't know where she's from, to be fair. I just wanted to say the word Slough.
She doesn't even know.
And you know what? Yeah, Holly, don't you dare use those nasty words on my chat. Dirty words. Stop it. Don't follow Russ's lead. Yeah, that's like me saying, like, the Gamecocks is my favorite team in South Carolina. You know, I don't like any of those teams in South Carolina.
She was born in Slough. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, it's true.
Dum.
Yeah. That's wild.
I think she was not the 9 o'clock news. Was that a show too? Got Tom Cruise at the game for those who are England, who are Maverick fans.
I watched 2 movies yesterday. Obviously, not Deadpool. I'll see that.
David Brent is from Slough. Oh.
Who's David Brent? Gary?
Isn't he? What's his name? He's from that show.
David Brent is a character played by Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but I can't remember. I can't think of Gervais's name.
But the character is from.
Because I remember wasn't it a show called David Brent or something like that, or
they gave him his own movie, Life on the Road.
Oh, his movie. That's what it was. Okay.
Where he tried to start up his recording career.
That's right. I remember. I did see. I didn't. I saw. I think I saw probably the first half of that, but
went on tour.
Yeah.
Pumped all his life savings. He's going on tour. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah.
You got his song about Princess Diana. Anyway, sorry. Car crash. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, but in all seriousness,
So scores are finishing up here. Fleetwood is they did get the win. Up one, they won 1-0 on Grimsby. MK Dons got the loss. Home to Bradford. Transmere and Notts County 0-0. Gillingham wins 4-1 over Carlisle at home. Cheltenham gets the 3-2 win over Newport. And the rest of the games are in extra time. And I don't know. I think that's all English football for today. At least, yeah. Well,
in half an hour, Wrexham starts.
oh, where is that?
League One season kicks off.
League One. Ah, yes, you're right. Lots of games going on here. So
I watched Borderlands, which is based on the video game, and put it this way, it didn't make me want to play the video game.
no.
Wasn't very good, in my opinion. Bad film.
Slough's up 2-1. What wasn't really good?
Borderlands.
Oh, Borderlands. I haven't heard of that.
It's based on a video game called Borderlands. Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart is in it. Jack Black voices a robot in it, but it's not good. It's not good. Put it this way: they filmed it in 2021 and they released it yesterday. So that's enough clues to tell you whether it's good or not. Basically, for 3 years.
Shouldn't those things go straight to streaming?
Yeah.
You know, like straight to videotape, right?
It's sat in a vault basically for 3 years.
Should have stayed in the vault. It sounds like
I edited it. Oh yeah, I also watched a film called Trap, starring Josh Hartnett, and I quite like that. It's good.
Yeah. So 15 miles up the road from Russ is where Ricky Gervais is from. So.
He's a very funny man. I've seen Ricky Gervais live. In 2006, I went to watch him perform Politics.
Yeah.
Comedy set. I think that's what they called it. Good.
I can't think of this British actor.
First one I did was Animal.
Who I watched in a comedy skit. Who is the guy from Ocean's 12?
You mean Bernie Mac?
No, English. I believe he's an English actor. Who
Eddie Izzard.
Eddie Izzard, that's right. Eddie Izzard. I watched him I watched him.
Wait till you see Eddie Izzard right now, Gary.
Yeah.
Wait till you see Eddie Izzard right now.
Yeah.
Don't Google it, but let's just say you are in for a surprise.
I think
Not
I might
as much as one as Eddie got.
Yeah. No, I think I know what you're saying, but yeah, no, I watched him. I thought Eddie Izzard. He was that's what I was thinking, but
big fan of Transmere.
Yeah.
Season 6 older, some may say.
Look who joins the show from Norway. Joins the chat. Yes. And Russ is from the car park in Slough. So there you go. Nice to know where you're from. And Sam is letting them know.
Brentford are signing Carvalho from Liverpool for 27 million. It's just announced.
Oh.
So what does this mean? So, I know we're probably getting towards the end here, but I'm bringing this up. What do you think the chances of Ivan Toney at Arsenal are at this point, Gary?
I think pretty slim. I don't think Arteta is all about that life where he brings in players that could be all about that life.
So what about a replacement for Eddie then?
We don't really need a straight one-to-one replacement for Eddie. We do need another attacker, a wing, somebody. We need somebody like they were saying. Sane was on the list. Like, you need a player like Sane who can come in. They don't necessarily have to start for us, but they do offer us something different where they can go all by themselves and hurt a team late in the game. That's what we need. We need somebody who's timely, give us timely goals, right? Especially in games where low block, we haven't figured out how to break it down yet. Those type of games where we're having a bad day in front of goal, you know? I mean, I can see where Trossard might be that player that, comes off the bench for us, but we need another one. Need another one. Somebody with a lot more pace than Trossard.
Yeah.
So
We just
Elliot
didn't-
Bond's got a 6.6 today, folks. Got a clean sheet. As
Good afternoon.
yeah.
Can you read this comment about Leicester's favourite fan?
Oh boy, I don't know what this means. Leicester's favorite fan is called Mo.
But what would you get if you put Mo in front of the team that he supported?
That who supports?
Mo.
It's all good, Gary. You don't want to do it.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm.
If you haven't figured it out,
Oh,
I'll let you know afterwards.
I see what Sam
Bit
comes
of the
in.
old wordplay.
Sam comes in and he just takes us there, dude. You didn't even like give. You know what? No
No to Mo.
to Mo. No to Mo.
But I would have said yes to Mo.
No, they're in penalties, and City has missed their first. They missed their first penalty, so they're down 2-1 right now. Garnacho coming up to try to put it up 3-1. Let's see how this goes. So I don't understand the penalty kicks for a community event, community shield event. That makes no sense.
Because in sport, you shouldn't have to share shit.
Spencer loves it.
Do yourself a favor, gentlemen, when you get a chance, put yourself on mute and right-click, highlight the comment, and you can read it aloud on your computer. And it sounds funny to hear the robot say that.
Which kind, sir?
Let's do this then. Maybe this will work.
Alexa talking to you.
There we go.
We can't hear it over here.
So, oh, you can't? Never mind. Sorry.
It didn't come through. Whatever your mic, however your mic's set up, it didn't let us hear it.
It just reads the comment in a funny AI voice. So that's it.
That's Sam's last comment.
I did hi, Brownie.
I think you should do the one above it.
No. Sam, you didn't. What? I don't even know what that means. I don't even know why I put that up.
Not PG.
Doesn't sound like it.
It's certainly not one for parental guidance.
Sounds like you guys are just like Sam joins, and next thing you know, just the show just gets dirty. Got Sancho going for if the Sancho scores this, it's all over for a City. And that team, you know what, Mr. Tom, I'm just gonna call it that team from Manchester. Is that all right? I'm not even gonna give them the And Sancho, off the crossbar. He gets tipped off the crossbar. It's gonna be up to the last player for that team from Manchester to win it. Somehow Stefan loves that Sam guy. I don't understand why. And yeah, the back door in Sam's house, it says, is intact. I don't know what that means.
You seen Everton new signing, Gary?
Oh no. That's like in what is it in Porky's? Mike Mr. Hunt. Remember that?
Yep. I'll be 100 years old and I'll still laugh at this kind of shit.
I know. Some people.
Pardon my language.
Potty mouth. Here we go. Can Onana put a block on? Oh, nope. He gets taken. Looked the wrong way.
Incredible.
Here it is. Casemiro to win it. You think he can do it? Casemiro to win it for that team from Manchester. I'll try to say that from now on, but it's going to be tough. And Casemiro has the goalkeeper going the wrong way, and City loses. Which you know what that means? When they lose the Community Shield, they usually win the league. So it's not really a good sign for everybody else. And you guys are just doubling down and doubling down.
Oh God. Why did it take Sam Greenwood stepping into the chat for it to just absolute carnage to ensue?
Yeah, that Sam guy is just dirty. Oh wait, why are they kicking it anymore? It's over. So they had the goalkeepers now kicking against each other? That doesn't make any sense. They lost. The goalkeeper Edison took Onana the wrong way. I don't know. Oh wait, sorry, my bad. I forgot they both missed. So now we're gonna go to the sixth. It's McTominay.
I've heard that
Well,
Scottish player's really good, Sam.
mm-mm.
The one you named.
Oh, McTominay.
Bulgarian,
Scores.
Scottish, I believe.
All right, who's up next? Goalkeeper went the wrong way, but guess what? McTominay don't care. They're trying to sell that player. It's like one of their best players. Contributes a lot to them. They
Yeah,
should
but
keep.
Chelsea spent all summer forcing at Conor Gallagher. It's similar to if you got a player in your youth team, it's the easiest player to sell and make profit for PSR and all that nonsense.
All right, so this is I don't know who. Oh, this is Savino. He's about to see is will he open his bank account with United? Woof, top shelf. Goalkeeper guessed right, but never going to get up there. Even Pep is impressed. Yep. And they scored. I don't know. I can't put up. I can only put up like one every like 10 posts right now with Sam Greenwood in there. The butcher is up. Oh, looks like the second half for the U.S. match is up now.
When you said the Butcher was up, I thought you was talking about Emma Hayes.
The butcher. Does he? The butcher. Ooh! Butcher sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And, let's see who's up next. Oh man. So I'm still watching football, so we can go if you guys want to. We can go if you want to.
Look, stay until the charity community shield ends.
That should end in a couple minutes here.
Yeah, sure.
Because who's going up to kick now? What's his name? Ruben Diaz. He's got the armband today. I guess they took Harlan. Let's see. Oh, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And we're still going into their seventh player now.
Yeah, I liked it, Russ.
You know who's up
Don't
now?
get me wrong, it's
Evans.
preposterous.
Why is it preposterous? I saw it. Is he? What is the premise again?
The premise is basically a dad is taking his daughter to go see her favourite singer at a concert. But obviously it turns out the concert is really happening because they found out that a serial killer bought a ticket to it. But it turns out the guy selling the T-shirts at the event tells Josh Hartnett that that's why the concert is happening. So Josh Hartnett then basically finds out that they've made a concert to try and catch him because he is the serial killer. That's in the trailer. That's not a spoiler.
I didn't.
Is literally in the trailer.
That sounds like too much information.
That surprised me as well. I was like, why are you telling me the entire premise?
Because I knew that he had something evil in him. That team from that red team just missed, so it's up to who is this Akanji to win it for the team in blue, I think, and he does score, and I think it's over, folks. Oh no, wait. I think City went first, right? No, I think City wins it. Oh, that means City may not win the league now. That means City may not win the league.
Oh,
So
isn't
there you
that an
go.
omen?
So there you go, folks. City wins a charity shield, which they don't usually do, and Ten Hag does not get his third trophy.
My heart bleeds for him.
Yes.
I enjoyed the movie a lot more than Borderlands. That movie was shit. But yeah, this movie's preposterous because obviously he obviously finds ways to elude the law. Let's just say.
So that's almost like No Way Out, right? That's like because No Way Out was the same thing, right? Not the same premise, but the same kind of thing. He's actually looking for the killer. He's looking for the Russian. Remember that? You don't remember No Way Out?
Is it a western?
No, it's like a Navy movie.
I remember No Way Out, the wrestling pay per view, but that's about it.
It was what's his name from oh my
Gene
gosh.
Hackman.
No,
It
yep.
sounds like something Gene Hackman would
Gene
be
Hackman. Well, yeah, he was in it. He was in it, but the Russian guy was the guy from I can't remember people's names right now, but they're looking for this Russian spy.
in.
They didn't know who he was. Turns out the Russian spy was one of the
Sean
lead people.
Connery all along.
One of the lead people looking for the Russian spy, and he has to do all he can for them not to find out who it is. They have a picture of him, and they're the whole time they're like using some computer software to figure out who it is. And he gets away with
When
it.
they did, he shot them all. I'm suspecting.
Yeah.
I'll see that in Saw 6. Sorry, Saw 7. Anyway,
Uh,
similar. But no, in all truth,
yeah.
it is increasingly preposterous. But I enjoyed it. It was okay.
Mm.
I thought Josh Hartnett was really good, to be fair. Because obviously his instinct is to actually, because obviously he is very calm under pressure. But because he's also got his daughter with him. But he doesn't want his daughter to know that he's killed 12 people. Like, it's actually quite important for him that she not find that out.
I bet.
But it was obviously equally important for the police that they catch him.
It's true.
Some would say. So, so who you going to side with?
Oh
Josh
yeah,
Hartnett and his
Costner.
after
Yeah, that's who
daughter
it
and
is. Robert
Kevin
Costner.
Costner's the
Kevin
man.
Costner. Kevin Costner is the guy from No Way Out.
He's my favourite shit actor.
The naval Kevin Costner. Yeah.
Apart from Steven Seagal, obviously.
Yeah. No, he was good in that. He was good in that movie. It was like you said. It was kind of like how he's going to get out of this. Well, first of all, you don't even know it's him until the end, but you do. You don't realize how close they came to finding out who the Russian spy was.
The Visit wasn't too bad, to be fair. So
yeah.
I quite
M.
enjoyed
Night
Knock at the Cabin.
Shyamalan hasn't made a decent film since The Village and The Happenings. Yeah.
I thought The Village was weird. Didn't understand it.
I love The Happening. Don't get me wrong, it's not good, but I love The Happening. It's like one of my favourite shit movies. Because they're all like, when the characters work out that the plants are trying to kill them, you've got Mark Wahlberg sitting there as a science teacher, because of course he is, going, it's the plants, it's a toxin. It's a toxin being secreted by the plants. The plants are trying to kill us, to punish us.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's the worst.
This is as clean as it gets for Sam today, folks. Kevin Cheapener.
We saw that happening at movie theaters, or maybe I think we rented it. It was the worst. I don't think she made it to the movie.
Yeah.
It's not even the fact that the toxin just kills people. It makes people kill themselves in the most needless ways. Basically, for example, there was a guy on a like one of them like massive lawnmowers, like motorized lawnmower, like in a field, and it basically somehow it convinces the neurons in his head to basically make him stop the lawnmower, get off the lawnmower, lay in front of the lawnmower, but after he's already set it to start moving forwards very slowly, and then he basically allows the lawnmower to run himself over. Like, why? Why couldn't he just make him kill himself in a more efficient manner? Why did it have to be the most movie-centric, needless suicide? But that was one example. It happens about 100 times.
Yipes.
But the movie is just a series of lines of Mark Wahlberg being Mark Wahlberg. He's basically like you have Mark Wahlberg go to like the train conductor. Can you not get hold of anybody? Purely so he can stand there and react to the train conductor going, there is nobody else. And I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, sorry.
Yes.
I really should I should reenact every scene from the happening.
Sounds like it, yeah. Yeah, you'd be surprised who missed the penalty for that team in red.
Was it Mark Wahlberg?
It was a center back, but it wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't the fridge.
Is that game still going on?
No, it's over. City won.
Oh.
7-6 on penalties.
My favorite bit is when
the evil empire wins again.
That's supposed to be a good thing, Spencer. Huh?
Sorry, I'm still going on about it happening. Sorry, just couldn't help it.
I don't know much about that thing. Yeah.
He sells his house in the family of an old woman, and then she starts going a bit loopy as well, because basically, like, you realise, and she turns to Mark Wahlberg's character at dinner table. It's like, I know you're plotting to kill me, murder me, and all this. Mark Wahlberg's like, what? No! But pure Wahlberg. Brilliant. And as Sam says, when Mark Wahlberg starts talking to a plant, as if to be like, I'm sorry that we basically fucked up the ecosystem. Please don't kill us.
But the premise was about the bees. The bees disappeared. The plants do the killing, but it was the bees, because the bees disappear.
Yeah, they do work out that early in the film, it's basically like if the bees all disappeared, you'd have like an hour of oxygen left on Earth. Which is true, apparently, due to like the chain effect of such an event. Mark Wahlberg was a science teacher in a movie. That's a thing. That's on film. Like, it exists. He's a science teacher. He should have had an Oscar.
That's a stretch.
Rarely have I ever made a stretch as big as that. That's what she said.
So Liverpool have 2 friendlies tomorrow then? I don't know what that means.
They're separating the teams just in case, like, the plants decide that they wanted to get rid of Liverpool. They're like, oh no, you got rid of half of us.
Mm-hmm.
This fault. So I'm done on that happening. But I really should do a video where I just reenact the movie from start to finish, maybe. What? No. Sorry. Just... I'm not that sorry.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of glad it got brought up.
U.S. scored, but it looks like everybody's calling for offsides, at least the commentators. So we'll see. Did they have VAR in the Olympics?
I presume they do.
I mean, it looked like 2 players were offsides. I don't know, unless somebody on the far side was. Let's see.
They do have VAR.
Thierry Henry on.
Oh, you know what? The player that was offsides wasn't the one that actually scored, so I don't know. How does that work? If two players maybe converge on the ball, but the one that actually touches it is the one who's actually looked actually onside, do they still call it offsides because the other player was and she made an attempt to attack the ball? Yes, there's VAR in the Olympics. I don't know. So looks like let's see if they're going to kick off before this video. So Spencer hates VAR.
Who doesn't?
No VAR in the championship, and it was wonderful watching it without VAR. Yeah. So they haven't kicked off yet. What they just kicked off. So if there was VAR, they didn't use it. U.S. might get that gold medal that they have not had in like what 3 World Cups now, I think 3 Olympics. So yes,
the mighty MAs.
Yeah. I just find her so like weird in the sense that, you know, she brings her son on after the matches, but then she does some of the stuff that she does, and I'm like, dude, you're not really setting a good example for your son.
Fat loser.
I know you don't like her.
No, the best part about this is there are going to be people in our community that are going to remind us 20 years from now so that we should hate Emma Hayes just because she was.
We won't actually be talking about Emma Hayes. We were just talking about the gold medal that we won. So I mean,
yeah, I can't hear you over our bling. What was that? Where was Great Britain at? Where are they at now?
Great Britain isn't allowed in the World Cup in the Olympics. They don't like
didn't qualify for it because we couldn't beat Holland in the Nations League.
There you go.
Great Britain,
or don't you need other teams to maybe win also? Right? Isn't it like all 3 teams have to contribute to the winnings?
No, the qualification in the women's Olympics usually rests on the performance of the English national team.
So Stefan says the incompetent refs. You know what? Like I said, the player who touched the ball wasn't the one that was offside. So like I said, do you give it offsides to the other player? Do they do that? The other player who made an attempt to attack the ball?
You should paint your face pink and just go as testicle, Sam.
Okay, you know what? You don't have to add to the nasty and dirtiness of one Sam Greenwood. Oh, Brownie, you love women, so how can you keep talking down on them? I don't understand. I don't understand how that works. He loves women, but he just talks down on them. The two don't work for me, dude. You can't have both.
To quote David Brent, quoting Chris Finch, his mate Chris Finch in the office. Someone once said to me, "You hate women." So I said, "How can I hate women? My mum's one."
I don't even know what this means, but I assume it's probably his way of getting something on the screen that I have no clue. I'm not even going to translate it. But if it came from Sam Greenwood, it's probably on the naughty list. It's probably on the dirty list. Is Sam nasty? Sam is dirty and nasty. And
Sam Greenwood, the testicle.
Yeah. You don't have to add on the end. Just Sam Greenwood's enough.
Ballface.
Just Sam Greenwood. Just Sam Greenwood.
Pink.
Having a water break at 60 minutes into this thing. It's a community shield. So there you go, folks. Can't wait for VAR in darts. How in the world VAR in darts? What does that mean? Did he step over the line? Is that what one of the things is? He steps over the line?
He's being facetious, sir.
Did he let go of the dart the wrong way? Uh-oh, Marta's coming on, folks. I'm trying to win it for her.
That must be like her 700th Olympics.
Yeah. Oh. Hillary Swanson had the ball taken off of her. She had a chance. So Marta's in. They got brought in like 3 players. So let's see. Brazil's going to try and just win this thing. I guess they want to go to extra time. They should not have extra time in these things. especially when you have a match every other game, every other day. It seems. You went to Romania to watch football, and a guy asked me, "VAR, did you go?" Oh boy, oh boy. And Brownie is showing his chauvinistic self. Yes, I'm not putting that one up. Oh, Calvin Phillips gets a medal today. Another one to add to his list. Man's
Rowdy. Oh,
the
Rowdy.
man's a is he a double winner and a treble winner and he's got a community shield to add to that as well.
Calvin's just collecting trophies.
Yes.
Calvin's
VAR
most
and
successful player to
underwater
ever come out of
rugby.
Leeds.
Underwater rugby.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You guys, yeah, Sam, you just are not good for chat groups. Now here's another opening. U.S. should score here. Oh my gosh, she missed the entire goal. Rodman, not good. Got to hit the target. Got to hit the target, young lady.
Was it worse than that Brendan Aronson's miss?
For her, yes, because she's a much better player than he is. She's standing right
I agree.
at the
She
top
is a
of.
lot better than he is.
She's standing at the right inside the little circle there, and all she has to do is pick a corner, and she hits it wide.
I suspect her namesake, Dennis Rodman, will be better at football than Brendan Aronson is.
Probably, yes. Yes. U.S. needs to get that second goal. They got Marta on there. Got to go. Arsenal misfit. Stevens leaving us. About to start the. Reading is about to start the opening game. All right.
Have a good night. Thank you very much.
Yes. And here's another clean post from one Sam Greenwood. Yes. I think he's up to 2 now. Oh, Marta with the ball. Puts the ball into the box, as world-class players do. All right. You think the men and the women of USA will win the gold medal? They both get to play for it. Spencer says he doesn't know. You don't think they're the best team in the world?
Are we talking basketball?
Yes, sir. I said
Yeah,
that's
they'll
why I
win
said
that.
the gold medal. That's what I said.
Yeah,
gold
they'll
medal.
win that. They'll win that. Tough. I think that Serbia was going to be the tougher game, as it was.
I'm surprised they still allow the NBA players in the basketball.
Well, they let the NBA players play for every other team. How is that fair?
I think he meant all across the board.
But they were always going. Professional players were always going from every country except for the U.S.
Speaking of French losers, Thierry Henry got a silver medal in football, didn't he?
Yes, they did.
So congratulations to him, of course. And
What's your favorite player? I don't even know why you're trying to talk mean about him.
He's a loser. He's a loser. I like to congratulate the Portsmouth fans who actually made the trek up from Portsmouth to Leeds, and obviously I wish a safe journey home. I mean, none of them are watching this, so I might as well be sticking my head up.
You know what? They might catch a glimpse of it, so
Well, the show does feel like it has gone on for 5 hours, so yeah, maybe they will watch it. It might show up on their YouTube feed when they're like, "Oh, live content." And we'll still be sitting here watching like the 700th event that United States team are still in, or whatever.
We could do that. Make sure the chat. So Sam, to make sure the chat maintains a certain standard, it's very important to Sam. So we're all clean and pristine, and then Sam comes in with his grubby hands, all grease under the nails, and just dirties it all up.
That's exactly what he's done. That is what he's done.
Oh! You'll like this one. You'll like this one. I'll put this one and leave it up for the rest of the show.
That's not really fair, though, is That's not right. That's not right.
You know what? This
and
is probably
that's
one of the
cheating.
dirtiest posts he's put up there, and I enjoy it. It's just nasty. Right, Mr. Tom.
You know, there's something that just doesn't feel quite right about this. Basically, you played against a poor Leeds team, and we were a poor Leeds team in 2011. And basically, you had to bring back Henry and then keep giving him the ball. It was basically like, as soon as he stepped on the pitch, that match was only ending one way, because it would have lasted till midnight had he not scored, because they just wouldn't have ended the game. So obviously we let him score so we could all go home at a reasonable hour. Because I was like, guys, I want to finish work by 10. I was watching on TV at work. I was like, I want to go home. I knew I wouldn't go home because they had to keep it going.
Yeah, Russ is trying to give you your next steps, but you've said enough of that already.
Yeah, who should I specifically say that to, Russ?
No, Russ, don't do it. Don't do it, Russ. Don't do it. You've already initiated. You already initiated the no more.
Those
6
streams
hours.
lasted that long because of mitigated circumstances.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay. We had to update the statue of Henri that day. Oh my gosh.
I'm not convinced that Thierry Henry isn't racist.
That right there, it means
He's
you're
not convinced
salty.
me that he's not.
You're a bit salty there. Got about 20 minutes left in this gold medal match.
I've heard people say he's the greatest striker in the Premier League. He couldn't hold Alan Shearer's jockstrap.
They offer different things, right?
Yeah, one offered lots of goals, and the other offered.
They both offered lots of
whatever
goals. What are you
Thierry
talking
Henry
about?
did.
They're on the same list in the same hemisphere.
No,
One's a little higher.
One's on the list as number one though.
I said they're in the same vicinity, dude. Do you know what that means? That's like, yeah, you know what that means? You probably don't. Should I explain it to you? Yeah, I'll explain it to you because you don't understand. Yeah, like Leeds, right?
Well, that Leeds team that beat your team
like
a lot
Leeds
whenever it actually mattered.
And Arsenal, that's kind of where what you're talking about. But
she was a Premier League winner.
Shearer and Henry, they're in. They can see each other. You can't see me. That's kind of what Arsenal is to Leeds. You can't see me. That's how it works, dude. You know.
Well, I didn't have Gary going all John Cena on my bingo card for today. So
yeah, as Stefan said, Shearer won all those trophies, same trophies that
he won the Premier League.
Yes, more times than Henry.
Probably not. Not probably not. He didn't, but it's not the point.
Oh, Brownie wants to know. I'm not putting that up either. You know what? I'm not putting that up either. Brownie, nobody wants to talk about that. It's crazy. That's all it is.
Yeah. I need people in the chat to hear this.
Nobody
we do not want to talk about politics. Yeah. And obviously, I'm not actually saying that to Brownie.
Yeah. Can US get that second goal? Shearer won the Premier League with Blackburn.
Yeah.
There you go.
He did. You just his career didn't start when he joined Newcastle United.
I didn't say he did. I just think he would. We talked about what they won.
Stefan said he won fuck all, and it's not true.
I just said Henry did a lot more. That's all. That's what I said. And Stefan's trying to get us there. and I'm not going there, Stefan. I'm not going there. And wrestler Kamala's real name was Harris. There you go. I didn't know that. Anybody else know that?
That's true. That is true.
Harris. All right. All right. Got a corner coming up for Brazil in the 73rd minute here. This is gonna be a tense time here. I got 2 screens. Got the big screens on the US game, and actually I got 3 screens. I kind of got 4 screens, but who's counting? Got about 17 minutes left in this one. Got a corner coming up, and cleared away, or headed out by Brazil. She thinks she didn't hit it, but she looked like she was in front of the defender. As Sam says here, oh, I'm not putting that up either. Wow, you almost got me there, Sam.
Evans' penalty has been described. Johnny Evans stepped up like a YouTuber from Soccer Aid kicking a ball for the first ever time.
Yeah, he he tried to place the ball. You know how you place the ball, and he placed it, I guess, like 3 or 4 feet over the crossbar.
He placed it in the rose head.
Yes, it cleared the if it was rugby, Australian football, you would have seen that guy go or whatever they do.
Oh, here's one that's good. Shearer won hearts and minds of Geordie alcoholics and heroin addicts and birds going out to get sloshed in the middle of winter wearing only a midi skirt with no underwear.
That's why
they probably were fans of Shearer.
Mm.
I mean, I imagine they were definitely fans of Shearer. Allegedly, they'd be a fan of anyone who would buy him a bag of chips. So they'd definitely be a fan of Shearer. He might be able to buy him 3 bags of chips.
Do you have crisps? You haven't had a crisp segment in a very long time. Do you not eat those things anymore? Are you on the health kick?
Yes.
No. Well, I forgot.
You forgot that you eat crisps?
Last Monday, I went out specifically to buy a bag of crisps, and I got a lovely steak crisps from Walker's, and I left them at work. I literally forgot that I had them. So, my favourite is probably Thai sweet chili Walker Sensations, because they're quite tasty. A nice bit of tang to them. But I don't mind the prawn cocktail. Obviously, seasoned onion is standard, ready sorted standard as well. But obviously, prawn cocktail is not bad. Bit of a classic, some would say. But yeah, I do have a carbonated beverage from a company that rivals Coca-Cola in the Cola Wars.
Seeing if there's anything new in the transfer world. No.
I think they taste too much like actual chicken crisps, Russ.
Chicken crisps?
You know, like roast chicken crisps. Like, I think the chicken Walker Sensations are very similar. No, I've not given up a Red Bull. They're still my mate.
My favorite crisp is a combination. It's the salt and vinegar and the cheese puffs. The cheese puffs. I love those things.
Awful. That sounds awful. Do you put them together? Like, do you?
No, not together. Like I said, like they're on separate ends of the spectrum for me. Salt and vinegar, no. But I like the cheese puffs. Like you get the big container of cheese puffs, and you're like, they're not gonna go anywhere, and they're gone. Everybody loves them, even though everybody says, I don't like it. They just disappear, and then you look for the culprits, and they all got cheese on their fingers and mouths because the cheese goes everywhere.
Are we officially an Olympic final watch along at the moment?
We are. Say it again.
Are we officially an Olympic final watch?
We are. They just had a cooling break, so we got like about. I assume we got probably another 15 minutes to go. There's Marta. Mercy Martha, says one of the fans. I can't. All right. I don't know what this is. Is this good? Is this a safe thing to say, Mr. Tom?
Brannigan's beef and mustard were my favourite.
Those are crisps.
They're a crisp. It's a brand
Wow.
of crisp.
That sounds like really, I don't know, a lot. And Sam is gonna try to get me again, but you're not gonna get me, Sam.
He
You
did a
miss-
live stream earlier, to be fair.
Yeah. From Australia?
I believe that is.
Did you do it
current
from
location.
outside or anything? Like we can see, like
No, he
Yeah.
was no. It looked like he was in a box room. To be fair to him, not that I'm mocking his setup, of course, but I'm not one to mock him in that situation. But yeah, he won Sunderland versus Cardiff, and when the Leeds
Alright.
game finished, I went onto it to see if he was still alive.
Sure.
But obviously, he had ended the stream because, of course, he had, because they lost 2-0 home.
Yeah.
To Sunderland. So I would have ended the
Got
stream.
another corner coming up for Brazil here. Stefan misses his lives, and Russ misses him sleeping. Marta puts the ball in, and it's cleared away very easily. Brownie's bright ideas. Is there such a thing? Isn't that like an oxymoron? Is that how you say it?
He's an astute guy. I don't care what you all say.
It says Brownie's bright ideas is what I said. I didn't say.
It's smart idea than you're giving credit for. I'll tell you that.
You like him, I guess, huh? You're friends with him. Well, USA can't get this ball. Oh, there you go. And a Brazilian player put that ball in Rosette. Yeah, Stefan gets it. Stefan gets it. Brownie and Bright in the same sentence. I mean, I don't know. Sam probably gets it. But Mr. Tom is friends of one, said Brownie.
I just think you don't give him enough credit, personally. I think you should get more credit. He put up a thing the other day.
Brownie.
He put up a thing the other day.
He is funny.
Bulgaria scoring a goal that knocked France out of the 1994 World Cup qualification. And I was going to say, he's cultivated a nice little community. I'll say nice little community. I could only dream of the amount of followers that Brownie has accumulated with his football zeitgeist.
US. Oh, that's got to be a foul. That should be a yellow. Brownie is playing. Which
to be fair, I'll say I'd only dream of it. I wouldn't want to handle it at all because I don't like people, clearly. So having to manage people is actually something I find quite difficult. So. Good luck to him. Brownie's playing. Which country can I get deported from this time? Oh, that's a great point. You can tell Gary's favourite crisps are lightly salted crisps. I bet his favourite yogurt is vanilla.
What is my favorite yogurt? I don't know. I don't really have yogurt, so I can't say. I'll eat most yogurts. So, yeah. Not sure where he's going with the lightly salted. Salt and vinegar chips aren't lightly salted if you get the right ones. So, stop it, Sam. Yeah, how much did they cost? I don't know what this is.
There are crisps here that are deemed lightly salted.
Ours say lightly salted on them, like the Lay's. Like you want to save like some, save yourself, eat healthy. You have the lightly salted fried potatoes with, with a little bit of salt on them, as opposed to a lot of salt. I mean, it's like I want to have a bacon burger, but I don't want the bacon because the bacon's not healthy. What? No. Yeah. If you have crisps and they're not salty, then what's the point, right?
Johnny Evans leaning back and watching his penalty sail over the bar.
There you go. Spencer's favorite is Miner's Tears. Oof, those are on the oily side. It's a little greasy, those things. You gotta bring a napkin. My favorite crisps are salty after a bad VR decision against us. So there you go. Got 7 minutes left. Marta is still on the pitch. US has the ball now. Let's see. And they do something with it. Oh. Not a good.
My favourite Crystal salty. Russ, sorry. Russ Morgan. Russ's favourite is Michael Oliver flavour. That's a ref. Has to be a ref.
Oh. There you go. I don't know what do they taste like, Sam? You gonna give us a description? Michael Oliver flavor. Oof, that just doesn't even sound right.
That's a salty. That's a salty referee.
It's a salty one.
It's a ref that definitely doesn't like Arsenal.
What about the what about the ref in that match against that broke the streak? What flavor is he?
He, whatever flavour he is, he obviously doesn't like Martin Keown because
No.
he was jumping around looking like an actual monkey. Like
Yeah.
the way he was jumping in front of.
Well, what you watched that game and you're like, are you kidding me? Like the Rooney tackle, you're like, come on, dude, come on. I know we beg for certain things, but come on. Rooney's like, I didn't do anything. Yeah, buddy.
You were never gonna win that match.
No,
it was one of them afternoons where
no. It was definitely
favour.
set up that way, but it's just like, are you kidding me? And then you've got you got Vieira like trying to be. I'm not putting that up there, Sam. Like I should just block Sam Greenwood. If I block Sam Greenwood, I'll miss like my eyes won't water and burn.
That's incredible. The timing. Oh, sorry, I loved it. I love that. So, wow.
Yes, I'm not even gonna. Yeah, people can see it in the chat, but I
think he's just named his favourite Spanish midfielder, isn't it? Pedro.
Oh, you said she was diving, huh?
With a silent R.
They say you were hugging her the entire time, keeping her from doing her job. Yes. Sam's got it. There we go. We got about less than 5 minutes to go until extra time here. All right. Marta still got it, man. Still got it. Just not the young legs that she had before, else she probably would have made that turn. It's one thing U.S. does not have. They don't have a Marta come off the bench and show them how to do certain things. Got about 3 minutes to go here. Anything going on in the Olympics, Mr. Tom?
Yeah, there's some running.
Yeah, there's some running.
Some throwing.
There's some running and throwing.
Some running, throwing. I think a discus was thrown at some point. I never watched it, but still. Jamaica lost to China in a heat, in a relay race, which surprised me.
Yeah, Jamaica did not have a good time in the sprinting this season. I mean, I think their best 100-yard sprinter, Shelley Price, got injured and didn't even get to run in the prelims. So they're missing a lot. Oh.
The cycling was interesting.
That is the strange part.
Which one? The track one or the?
Yeah, the velodrome, like where you go round and round. That always interests me in a like. Fuck me doing that myself. kind of way. Like,
Got a free kick coming here for Brazil, just outside the box.
Tom, I got a question. Have you ever dealt with stick drift on your PS5 on the controller? You know what I'm talking about? With the right and left analog stick?
explain. I got it here. Explain.
Where your thumbs go. You ever had it where
Yeah.
it'll just start moving on its own? Or if you're on a screen, it'll just keep going? I've had this issue for about 6 months, or actually about 2 or 3 months, where like the right analog stick it'll just, you have to unpop it. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Kind of am. Basically, I find that sort of thing will happen naturally over time. If like you, it's probably football games as well. Basically, like you used to going in the same direction constantly.
I can actually put this up, even though I think it's it's set in a dirty
It's
tone.
basically like the right analog stick will start sticking, and then the left analog stick will stick, and it'll just start pushing everything going that way. So I was playing a football game recently where the juke move, it just kept going back and forth because it was stuck. So on the video, it's just like stupidest thing. I didn't know.
Like you might need a new controller.
How much are the controllers?
$70.
I thought you were gonna say $100. I was thinking that would be $100 by now, but
I mean, if you talk about how much you use it, it's probably a good deal, right? Like it's like $50 for a pair of shoes. I'm probably gonna wear them for a year. So
got about 30 seconds from extra time here. Brazil just was able to get a nice shot off, but right at the goalkeeper. By the time this ball is kicked, will be in extra time.
Do I want Brazil to score, or do I want to be able to go and get some dinner?
You want Brazil to score? Why would you want that? What kind of question is that?
Because I don't want Emirates to win anything.
I hear you. Yep,
I'd rather have nothing.
That's why he wants. That's why he wants Brazil to score.
From that woman in football.
Yeah, I can understand that. I've seen, like I said, I never expected her to even be considered for this job, just because she was having lots of fun doing her Chelsea thing. Got 10 minutes of extra time. Oh my. Oh my.
They trying to wind me up.
10 minutes of extra time. So you might get that. The last time a team was held scoreless in a gold medal match was, guess what? And guess who they were playing?
Was it United States women's national team against China in '99? Is that true?
Ding 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 ding.
Dude, we're watching it right now. Just year 2024. That's all. USA versus Brazil.
Oh, I'm thinking of the World Cup. We
okay.
beat China on penalties in 1999. Excuse me.
Got another free kick for Brazil. They did a little fast kick there. Uh-oh, Marta still got it. Oh, cross comes in, cleared. And cleared out for a lot of defense from the U.S. here.
I wish someone had respect for me the way that Gary has reverence and respect for Marta.
Marta is a bad woman.
Hey, Marta's... Don't get me wrong, if she walks in front of me, I wouldn't know because I couldn't tell you what she looked like. But I do know she's been at every World Cup ever.
She knows it. She knows how to do this thing called football. Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't pick her out of a lineup either, to be honest with you.
I watch all sports. So you guys are on your like.
I know the name.
Yeah.
She's been in like 8 World Cups or something like that.
Mm.
Like she's obviously not going away anytime soon.
Well, as long as they have bench players, she'll be. And as long as she can, as you say, as long as she can move around, she will probably get a go.
It's true.
Snow melted.
You should know better than that, Gary.
I shouldn't have what?
You should know better than that.
I know. I just.
That was only going in one direction. That's in the
Oh, this
gutter.
flag should be going up. No? There it goes. That one was an easy one. I don't understand why I made that pass. We're about 3 minutes into extra time here. You had somebody wide open with space, and you go to the person offsides.
You should Google docking.
Mm.
You
This
should
is not.
Gary.
This is not the show for this. Can you? No, you don't have to add anything to the flowery nation of the chat. You can stay away from it. You can keep yourself clean. All right, it's all right.
Come on now. After I do my lead show tomorrow, I'm not going to be on YouTube for a week. So I need to get all my shit in now.
Oh my gosh, that was almost a goal. It was a nice header from Brazil. Goalkeeper stuck her hand out and said no thanks. Wow. Goalkeeper for the U.S. has kept them from. They could have lost if they didn't have this goalkeeper today. Oof.
Wrexham have scored. Wrexham are 1-0 up.
Oh, look at that. Wrexham is in what?
League One.
League One. Oh, so let's see.
League below the Championship.
Let's see if there's any scores here outside of that one. Crowley is up 1-0 on Blackpool. Stockport is up 1-0 on Cambridge. And as you said, Wrexham is 1-0 on Wycombe. Oof, look at that hand. That was a strong hand there. Tom Cruise approves. Got over 4 minutes gone here. Everybody else is 0-0. Oh, wait, Burton. Burton is losing at home 1-2 to Lincoln. So, yes. Leighton Orient is losing at home to Bolton 0-1. Now U.S. is going fully defensive now, which I'm not sure if that's a good deal, taking off some of your attackers at this point.
There's a question for you, Gary.
Is this a flag going up? Does this flag not go up?
Sam Greenwood has a question for you in the chat, Gary.
Nope, not even gonna take the bait. Nope, don't want to do it. So I'll put this one up because I don't know where the dirty nature is in it, but I assume there's some in there. Oh boy, you guys you're just bad.
You guys are too much.
Oh, we got a player down here. Oh. Yeah, she did not see the ball at all. She just went up high. Yeah. No cards given. It's too late in this game to be giving out cards. They don't mean anything anyways. But took out a player there.
Wow.
All right. I don't know what this means, but this is as clean as it gets, even though I know it was dirty.
That's the answer to his question about dyslexic Satanist. He sold his soul to Santa.
Yeah, it might. Yeah.
That's very good.
There we go. We got and Stefan with the ho ho ho. All right. Let's see what happens here. How much extra time is here? At least probably another minute at least. This thing's going to go to at least 11 minutes of extra time.
Gary, did you see the girl that had the sunglasses on her head, but she was doing this to shield the sun from her eyes? Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. USA is not clearing this ball well. Okay, goalkeeper's going to sit on this ball for a bit. Brazil has not been as clinical as they need to be in that final third. Luckily for the U.S., that's good for them. No, there's no transfer business for Arsenal, man. What's going on?
I don't know, but Tom, you gonna get some chicken wings tonight? What's on the dinner plans for tonight?
I suspect it will probably be Chinese, possibly, because I never actually got Chinese last week. I went to the Bangladeshi place.
Mm.
I mean, it's a lot easier to say Indian, but I suppose they'd be really offended if I didn't. But
I had wings. I had wings yesterday. I did the Wingstop.
Wingstop,
Yes.
is it good? Wingstop.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I mean, yeah. I mean, for where I live, Wingstop is the wing place, I think. And Sam's with another joke. I'm not going there.
I believe I will be, Russ. I could be wrong, but I believe that is my likely destination.
Hmm.
In fact,
Sam,
I'll end up doing the same thing I do every year this time every year, where basically I watch the first championship highlight episode, and then basically I'll watch none of them for the rest of the season.
well, there you go. So Sam, you know what? From now on, you're gonna have to put disclaimers on your jokes. I especially like it if you did it on your comments, so I can know whether or not they make it on the screen.
Gary, did you hear
Yeah.
about the man who stole 10 bars of soap? What's soap? Did you hear about the man who stole 10 bars of soap from the supermarket? Sorry. I'll do what I originally said. Gary, did you hear about the man who stole 10 bars of soap from the supermarket? He made a clean getaway.
I don't even trust you. There's something dirty about that.
I don't know what soap is. What is it? Isn't that the show that we were on Friday nights when it
It's
was?
called the stoop, but I don't know what the stope is.
I thought we was on Stope with Lolo.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
We're almost up to 10 minutes of extra time here. And the US is playing with fire, letting Brazil get into the final third. Uh-oh. Is this
I
offsides?
hope Brazil does not score. For the love of God, don't score.
Yeah, it's we're 10 minutes past. Probably got another minute or so. Marta, handball. That's what it was.
Goal
came
for
off
Wrexham, 2-0.
Wrexham has scored. All right.
Wrexham are playing silly buggers with the transfer market again, though.
So, the U.S. is a couple minutes away from this thing. Can Brazil put a charge up? Well, they're getting tons of space, Brazil. Oh, nice block there from the defender. Gonna have to go back. Oh, she stepped on the ball. Oh boy, she made a mistake. Rodman's gonna take this. Oh, Rodman, terrible pass. She gets taken down by the Brazil player.
Do you have right now?
That's gonna be a foul. All right, a dirty story about soap. Yeah, 10 bars of stope.
He said stoop.
These jokes are clean. I need to go back to normal. I can't. I'm not putting those up either. Just don't even do the jokes. No jokes.
I'm gonna Google stope. Oh, hang on. There's something come up on dictionary. Right. As a noun, an excavation in a mine, working, or quarry in the form of a step or notch. In a sentence, they haul the rock out of the stopes using buckets driven by small motorized winches. It's a real thing, the stope.
All right. US has the ball, throw in the Brazil half. We're 11 and a half minutes in. Probably have another, I'm going to say another minute. I don't even know to put this one up, Sam.
You really should.
No, this one might. All right. Go ahead,
Can I read it out?
Did you hear, Gary? Did you hear about the girl? Go ahead.
No, go on, sir.
Gary, did you hear about the girl? Gary, did you hear about the cannibal who dumped his girlfriend?
All right, we'll find out where Sam goes with this one.
In the more accurate telling from Spencer, did you hear about the girlfriend who dumped a cannibal?
He wiped his bum.
He wiped his bum off, though.
U.S. wins the gold medal. It's over, folks.
I still have a minute.
All the Brits are mad. I get it.
Oh, I can't wait. They're going to be insufferable.
That dumped his boyfriend.
You what?
Do you hear about the gay cannibal that dumped his boyfriend?
No.
You should have seen the mess he left in the toilet.
Ew.
Okay, this is where the show is. We are three hours in here. I think it's time for us to go. Everybody, Mr. Tom needs food. Spencer needs food, and I know I need
He
food.
does.
So I had wings yesterday. I don't know. I feel like I want a burger.
That's a good suggestion,
I
Gary.
feel like I want a you know what kind of burger I want? I want a big burger. I don't want one of those. I like smash burgers. I get it. But I just
You
want
want
a
a
big.
proper burger? You should be entitled to a proper burger. All this like where we just take a little bit of meat and then just smash it into things. That's not a real burger. That's con. That's fraud.
I want a big. You know, like you want a big juicy burger. You bite into it, and all the juices that were trapped in it, just. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Cheers, lads. It's been emotional. Yes, Russ,
So
thanks
take
for
your
hanging
ass
out
to
with us.
Five Guys or In and Out or whatever it is you call it.
Yeah, no, I do that all. I want, you know what? You can't. No, you can't get a decent sized burger at those places. You know, I need something different. Chains, I get it. I could do that anytime. I want something different. I need a shrink after this. Yeah. Sam comes with a warning label, and some people choose not to read it.
Spencer needs to sort out his stope.
Oh boy.
According to Sam.
All right, people. I'm gonna let everybody have their say. We're gonna get out of here. Spencer, what say you?
Well, see you guys Monday. That's what I got. Not very.
Maybe Monday. Yeah, we're getting preparation for the new season. Arsenal. Hopefully, we have some transfer news by then, but that's like in 2 days, so I doubt it. Dad just joined the show. Dad, I'm glad you just joined the show because we're about to get out of here. You missed. Don't even go back and watch the last 3 hours.
You probably watched the whole thing.
No, don't go back and watch any of it. Rosie's joined us as we take off out of here. Welcome to the show.
You can learn what a stope is.
No, you don't want to learn anything from this show. Nothing. And Rosie is a fried Mars bar, according to Sam.
And we learned that 3 out of 5 have self-awareness. The
Yes.
other 2 do
Only
not.
3 out of
All right.
5,
So,
yeah.
Spence, anything else? You have nothing else to say?
And that's it, man. Just remember, 3 out of 5 members have self-awareness. 2 do not.
All right. And Mr. Tom, what say you before we get out of here?
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
My dad was watching. I bet his ears were ringing. And yeah. Heathen is right. Look in the mirror.
It was probably the
These are-
hour of
these are
women's
all
football.
people with common sense. Yeah. But in all seriousness,
Spencer,
thank you for having me on. Thank you for
that is
affording
just
me
mean.
the opportunity to be sat
Dude.
here.
Look at your house. Look who runs your house, Spencer.
Gary, the Arsenal women are going to be up in D.C. next week, and they didn't want to go. What do you want me to tell you?
They didn't want to go? What?
What do you want me to tell you?
DC,
tried.
that's like around the corner.
I know. I tried.
Sorry, Mr. Tom. Wow. All right, Mr. Tom, what else you got to say?
Yeah. I'll see you all next week. I'm going to do my lead show tomorrow, but I've not set it up, and it's pretty much going to be similar to this. I'm going to do a calmer version of the ranting. So there's a question in from a viewer. Philip Luther Howe has asked, Mr. Tom, ask Gary for the favourite dish he missed again.
Yeah, my dad likes to take pictures of the meals he makes, and I believe he was making pepper pot, which is one of my favorite dishes. Yeah. So thanks, Dad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So he takes pictures of it and shows it to me. Don't like it. All right. Anything else, Mr. Tom?
Yeah. I'll see you all again next week.
Cool. All right, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for coming. We'll be back on Monday talking about football, the new upcoming season. We'll be starting on the Friday. Arsenal plays on a Saturday against Wolves. I think it's Wolves on the road, I think, right? I can't remember where it is. But check that out. Let's see where is the matches. Let's see. Next week, first match is Fulham against Fulham. Will be going to that team in Manchester in red, and Arsenal will be playing a 3 p.m. match against Wolves at home. So there you go. Ipswich plays early morning game against they welcome Liverpool to the crib. So there you go.
I'll be washing my hair.
Yep. And then for those who enjoy Monday thrillers, you got Leicester welcoming that team. So there you go. That's how you end. Oh wait, you end the day on Saturday. So we might catch the beginning of that. But Chelsea welcomes City to start the season off. So that should be
this
a
Monday,
doozy.
in 2 days' time,
Mm-hmm.
you get Burnley versus Luton. So
Burnley versus Luton. There you go,
pure
folks.
championship. Pure championship.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's not what it is, but yes, what is a pepper pot? Pepper pot is it's made with the extracts from, I believe, cassava. I believe it is, and it comes into like a black broth, and you usually use some sort of meat, usually beef, and then you use oxtail as well in there. So, and then a lot of spices and peppers and stuff. So there you go. It's really tasty. I used to eat it all the time when I was younger. I had to eat it with rice. I hated eating it with rice. I like to eat it with bread, but you just dip it and stuff like that. So, yes, very nice meal from back in my days. But everybody, thank you again for joining us. We will be back on this show, anyways, next week. On Monday, we'll do the road trip. We'll see who joins us there. But we're in preparation for the games. And we'll go from there. Mr. Tom is nodding his head. And this shows, let me get out of here before this gets even more dirtier. What did I just do? Yes. Let's get out of here. Nope, don't want to say it, but we're getting out of here, everybody. See you guys on the next one. Thank you for joining. Hit the subscribe and like, and we're out.